Alright, ladies and gentlemen, it's your brother Bolo V&R, and this is the YouTube platform. Alright, I have three platforms. Bolo V&R 2.0. Let me just introduce you to all three of them first. And Bolo V&R. And also, I have Bolo V&R Clips. I'd love for you to subscribe to all three channels. You know what I'm saying? Subscribe. Get the content. I'm sure you're going to enjoy it. And if you don't, you could always unsubscribe. You know what I'm saying? All right, cool. That's the first thing. Next thing is, I would love for you to join the WhatsApp community or the WhatsApp group, because that way you could get exclusive, notifications for when I'm actually going to put out content. I think every YouTuber has been having issues with YouTube not sending out notifications. Me personally, I've had it a lot. All right, so I recommend you do that. Next thing, please follow me on Twitter. All right, follow me on Twitter. All right, follow me on Instagram. All right, that's my Instagram right there. That's my Instagram, Bolo V&R. Follow me on Instagram. And also, remember the donation link, PayPal Anonymous link. This link is pinned in every single premiere video, live stream, it doesn't matter. This is the way you donate to the platform to support the platform monetarily. My email is right there. You feel me? All right. All the information. Oh, and if you want to support me using the Zelle, that's the Zelle information. The email for the Zelle, and all you have to do is WhatsApp me, email me, or Instagram me, DM me the receipt of the Zelle. All right, simple, easy, and plain. That's how you do it. So remember, the first thing you do when you come in to watch a video, like the video, y'all. Hit the like button. All right. I want to also introduce you to some playlists on. This is what is now my main channel with most of the content. I have various playlists, but the Great Earthquake and Tsunami, definitely recommend that you guys tap into that. Or you could just hit the all shorts video. All the shorts I do, it's right there. And you could just get to that. That's the way to support your brother. 1 minute shorts, very, very simple, easy. All right, shout out to all the new subs, shout out to all the day ones. Yes, it's your brother Bolo V&R, and I really appreciate y'all, man. So I just wanted to let you know that. Last thing, if you're gonna donate, please give what you can, not your last. I don't want to feel indebted to anybody, which I am not indebted to anybody. I did not take money out your pocket. If you're not gonna give genuinely, please don't give it all, because then I don't want it to be kind of strange where you think I owe you some type of obligation. I put time into all of this that you see, all 500 videos. I put my best into a lot of these videos, most of them, if not all. And I'm always improving, always looking to improve. And there's a lot of money that makes this whole setup do what it does. There's a lot of money behind it. You understand? It's not cheap. It's not cheap at all. So if you appreciate the content, those are all the ways that you can show love. You feel me? Yeah. Hey, good night, Joanne. What's going on? Joanne in the building. What's going on, Joanne? Salute to you. Salute to everybody. Salute. What's going on? Hey, got a show for you today, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, didn't turn my lights on. Hold on, give me a second. Bam. And bam. There we go. Now I look crispy in a good way. Is that a pause? I don't know. All right, so good night, ladies and gentlemen. I will be having a guest tonight to help us go through the report. Oh, you're good? That's what's up. I'm happy to know that you're okay. You know what I'm saying? And anything you need to fix, hey, you know who to call to. The Most High. Straight up. You feel me? I'm gonna call my my guests right now because they'll be reading. We're gonna go through some of the report, the IC report. You know. So let me call her.
Good evening.
Hi, good evening. We're live. Yeah. So let me turn off the music in the background first, and then what page you gonna start on tonight?
Yes, blessings, viewers and listeners. We're gonna start where we left off.
I really don't want to go through that. That part is just too much. May I tell you the truth?
We had
We need to go to the point where we actually start read the report, not the day by day something. We can't deal with that tonight. Trust me. I forgot to the part where we are read the report. Cause we are gonna lose the audience. Them not gonna tap into that. I have to tell you straight. They not gonna tap into that. So like we start
all
at the
right. So you
first
want to
page.
leave the
Yeah. Cause we go through
date
enough of that
line.
already. Mm-hmm. We go
So
through
all
enough of
right.
that
So
already. Let me see which page you're supposed to go. See there? Last only person we still have to read on this. No, sir. Mm. Page what is? Page 27. The
I think we're
investigation
at
process.
because I think we left off at page 18, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, page 27 is where it says the investigation process or methodology. You see me? We can
All right.
start there, so.
So after all the witness statements, gonna go over to
Mm-hmm.
page 27.
All right, so let me share the screen so they can see it. All right.
Okay.
Oh, me in that
Good
background. Me
evening,
hear myself
viewers.
in that background.
You can hear yourself.
Yeah, me hear myself in that background a while ago. But then me not hear it now. Good or no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so blessings, all viewers and listeners. Once again, we're going to continue with going through the document, starting at page 27.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, the investigation process or methodology. During the investigation, officers of the investigation division pursue the following lines of inquiry/action. A. Obtain information and witness statements from the responsible officers at Information and Complaints Division of the Integrity Commission, House of Parliament. 2. Various financial institutions. 3. 4. The Companies Office of Jamaica. 5. The National Land Agency. 6. Tax Administration Jamaica. 7. Jamaica Stock Exchange. 8. Auditors of companies associated with the PM. And 9. Directors and shareholders of associated businesses. B. Review the information and statements collected and C. Commissioned an independent forensic accounting examination. Chapter 4. So we're clear on that, right? So far?
That's the first page. Commission
Yes.
and
So,
independence, yeah.
right. So, Chapter 4 Terms of Reference. The day I sought to establish whether for the year 2021 or any other year the PMA had a legal obligation to file statutory declarations with the Commission, and if so, whether this obligation was discharged. B. Made inaccurate and/or incomplete statements in the statutory declarations he submitted. C. Owned assets disproportionate to his lawful earnings, and if so, whether this could be sufficiently explained. D. Breached the Parliamentary Act, Integrity of Members, Corruption Prevention Act, Integrity Commission Act, Income Tax Act, or any other applicable legislation.
So
And E.
so basically they're telling you what they are looking for in the year
They're looking
2021.
looking for. Yes.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen. All right, go ahead.
Yes. E was associated with any businesses, and if so, the nature and extent of this association.
Mm-hmm.
Clause 4.2, the day I also consider whether, in light of the foregoing, recommendations ought to be made. Moving over to page 29, chapter 5, the law, evidence, and discussion of findings. 5.1, the obligation to file statutory
What
declarations.
that there? Oh, me
Page
follow you.
29.
Yeah, me follow you now. Yeah. The law, evidence, and
5.11.
discussion of findings, right?
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead.
Under the ICA and PIMA, parliamentarians are required to file statutory declarations with the Commission. Both pieces of legislation describe a parliamentarian as a member of the House of Representatives
Or the Senate.
or the Senate. See
Mm.
Section 2 of the ICA at Appendix 1.
You want to go to this, sir?
5.12.
You want to go to that section 2 of the ICA Appendix 1.
Well, we can continue going
All
through
right, all
5.
right, all right. All right, hold on. Let me do some housekeeping. Candy,
Okay.
Candy, big up yourself. Altia, big up yourself. Joan, big up yourself. Blue, big up yourself. Janet, big up yourself. You guys have a blessed night. Like and share, like and share. Guys, my phone didn't crash. My phone crashed. Thank God for the phone, man. Him fix it. Him tell me say the phone literally shut down. There's something wrong with these models of phones. So, but in a one volatile space where phone is concerned at the moment. So, if for whatever reason you can't reach me, more than likely, this is a problem. And I can't fix it right now. I'm just glad to say it'll work. Alright? So, let's continue. Go ahead. And remember to like the video, guys. Please don't forget to hit the like button. First thing you should do coming in. Just hit the like button. We have 24 people watching. Please hit the like button. Go ahead, McQueen.
Okay, blessings again, viewers and listeners. Now, 5.1.2. The reference obligation can be established by proving that the PM was a parliamentarian at the material time. 5.1.3. A witness statement obtained from the duly authorized officer at the Houses of Parliament indicates that the PM was first elected as the Member of Parliament for the St. Andrew West Central constituency on December 18, 1997. He is and was a parliamentarian at all material times.
That is significant, guys. So
1997.
the Prime Minister of the Jamaica was a parliamentarian from the December 18, 1997.
That's
So
27 years
20
approximately.
27 years approximately. So his obligation for his statutory declaration to be declared might go back as far back in terms of investigations, if necessary, from that time to make sense of his assets. So mark down that date. 513. Please mark down that in your notes, something there. 513. The date that he actually, and the reason why this is significant as well, because this is the same year he got married, and his wife mentioned in an interview that she wanted to run her wedding like a fish fry. They were that strapped for cash. So the Prime Minister of Jamaica was a was not so wealthy at that point when he got married. Let's just say that, right? Because how in the world is his wife going to run her wedding like a fish fry? If they had that type, they couldn't afford a wedding planner. Not my words. I have played the evidence before, which I will not do right now because we're strapped for time. So bear that in mind. Please go ahead, McQueen.
Okay, continuation. 5.2. Discharge of obligation. Having established the PM's obligation to file statutory declarations with the Commission, it is necessary to further determine whether said obligation was discharged. The evidence provided by the Reporting and Compliance Officer at the Information and Complaints Division Integrity Commission indicates that the PM filed the required statutory declaration with the Commission for the period in question within the specified time frame. A review of his filings revealed that the PM submitted statutory declarations for the years 1997 to 2023. That is all years that he was required to file by virtue of his status as a parliamentarian. All right,
So he
continue.
actually, so they're saying that Mr. Holness submitted statutory declarations from 1997 to 2023. Okay, so he actually
Yes.
did that. Wonderful. Go ahead.
All right, excellent. Going continuing on page 20 on page 30.
Mm-hmm.
5.3, knowingly making a false statement by way of omission. Under the ICA and PIMA, it is an offense to knowingly make a false statement in a statutory declaration submitted to the Commission. See Section 15(1)(b) of the PIMA and Section 43(2)(a) of the ICA at Appendix 1. 5.32, it is a requirement under the PIMA and ICA that declarants disclose to the Commission particulars of all assets, liabilities, gifts, and income in respect of themselves, their spouses, and children. More particularly, declarants are required to disclose all bank accounts held solely or jointly by them over the relevant reporting period in the terms set out above.
Mm-hmm.
5.3.3, in resolving any concern around the making of a false statement on the part of a declarant, it is necessary to inquire into the statutory declaration submitted by the declarant. Having regard to the PM's obligation to file statutory declarations with the Commission, particularly for the year 2021, the DI states the following. A. On March 29, 2022, the PM submitted his statutory declaration for the year 2021 to the Commission. B. On September 8, 2022, an addendum to the previously submitted statutory declaration was submitted by the PM. So March, and in a 6 months, within a 6 months period, there was an additional document called the addendum.
All right. What does addendum mean? That one I can look up for sure, people. Addendum. Hold on. Give me a second.
Like a change in the document.
A supplement to
Supplementary
book,
change, yeah.
often used in plural but singular construction. I think added. Okay. All right.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
it's like an additional
Me just a do
document,
it
right?
for people them see so them can understand if they don't understand.
Yes.
All right. Go ahead.
Yes. So it typically used to correct or clarify
Mm-hmm.
something, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So we will continue. All viewers clear?
Yes, they're clear. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Addendum.
ahead. Go ahead.
This submission was received, no, it included in the said statutory declaration one NCB account not previously declared. So apparently that was the omission. This submission was reviewed and deemed by the Commission to be inaccurate and incomplete. As a result, the matter was referred to the DI by the Commission and an investigation was initiated.
Okay, so he included said statutory declaration, one NCB account not previously declared. The submission was reviewed and deemed by the Commission to be inaccurate. So he still added, there was an addendum and they still deemed it to be inaccurate and incomplete. As a result, the matter was referred to by the DI, by the Commission, and investigation was initiated. And go ahead.
So that means that an investigation would have been initiated as at
After.
September, after September 8th, within that year, right?
Mm-hmm,
2022.
mm-hmm.
On February 27th, 2023, that's another 5 months. That's 5 months right there.
Yeah.
The PM submitted a second statutory declaration 2 to the Commission. The PM included in Declaration 2 two accounts held with First Global Bank, not in previous submissions of its statutory declaration. Further inquiries by the Commission revealed additional bank accounts held with the Bank of Nova Scotia and Jamaica money market brokers, which were not included in Declaration 2.
So these two bank accounts, according to this part, was not included in the first statutory declaration. Is that what they're saying, right?
Yes.
And we have to ask ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, why weren't they included? This is where I use the soundbite. Something
Table
ain't
2
right.
outline.
Something ain't right. Something is not right.
Something all right, my wisdom warriors.
Please take note of that. That's very significant. Go ahead. Something ain't right.
Table 2 below outlines in summary the bank accounts declared in the two versions of the statutory declaration filed by the PM, as well as the addendum to Declaration 1 submitted for 2021.
So this is the table right here, ladies and gentlemen. BNS Jamaica check account 85 at the end. 2021 received updated September 8th is the same amount. The BNS US, that's a US, okay. 67,000, same amount all across the board. The BNS Jamaica 36,648 and 38 cents, same amount. The city, so the city US checking account, the NCB Savings Jamaica, all of them have the same amount going across. So this is a table showing the details. However, the two at the bottom, the Jamaica, the checking JMD account FGB and the FGB savings with the euro doesn't have anything for 2020, March 2020, 2021. Well, March 2029, 2020, March 29, 2022, they didn't receive that one. So those two are the ones that was added last. The one that
The,
at the bottom here, they
the
have,
last three, the
yeah,
last three at the bottom, yeah.
well, the last three at the bottom, well, one of them was added the
September 8th.
September 8th that only have $258 in there. And the third one, two other ones have $3,200, and the one with the euro have $200 in there. I wonder if they examined the
The
trans
balance
no,
before.
no, not the balance, the transaction history of
That's
those
what I'm saying.
accounts.
Yeah, the balance or the transaction is straight,
Yeah,
right.
like how much money got through the accounts,
But true, it
because
was before the balance
yeah,
reported, correct.
the balance wouldn't tell the tale. But something to note again, that's the table right there, ladies and gentlemen. It says
All
table
right.
two, summary of bank accounts based on statutory declaration submitted, included addendum for the year 2021. All right. That's what Mr. Owens declared. So we can read to 5.4 now.
Okay. Activities undertaken as part of the first investigation in relation to concerns that the PM, by way of omission, knowingly made false statements in a statutory declaration. 5.4.1. As indicated above, the DIC deems that activities undertaken as part of the first investigation previously concluded in relation to concerns around knowingly making a false statement in a statutory declaration by way of omission. And the findings of these activities are helpful context and they are therefore briefly outlined here.
Okay, so they're basically explaining the table above. All right, so we're going to 5.42.
All right, so we're now on page 33.
Mm-hmm.
It is to be noted that on the initial submission of his 2021 statutory declaration, the PM did not declare National Commercial Bank JMD current account bearing account number ending 62.
Mm-hmm.
This account was included in the addendum to Declaration 1.
Mm-hmm.
The PM submission did not include two FGB bank accounts bearing the respective account numbers ending 07 and 74.
Mm-hmm.
However, these accounts were subsequently disclosed on Declaration
Two.
2,
Yes, okay. That way we just sit at the table a while ago.
outlined.
Right.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
5.43, the Director of Information and Complaints, by way of letter dated August 25th, 2022, requested further particulars in respect of certain assets held by the PM, the details of which are not critical at this stage. Of import, however, is the following request made of the PM by the Director of Information and Complaints.
Hold on. It is important to me to note that yes, this is a tedious task of getting all of these documents together. However, there is an education process that the the Integrity Commission um undergoes to ensure that individuals understand what is required of them and what they should submit. And we understand that from the meeting that they had in the House of Representatives. I'm saying, as the leader of the country, you know, three accounts not being submitted in that declaration. is it negligence? Is it lack of knowledge, or what? Because it really doesn't, in my opinion, make him look very good. If you understand what I'm saying, it leaves too much area for speculation for any well-thinking person or even an investigator. You understand? So it's very, very interesting. But go ahead.
5.45.
No. There's
Not
something you should read that's highlighted right there before you reach 5.44.
okay. If you believe that you have omitted any other information with
Mm-hmm.
respect to your income, assets,
Mm-hmm.
and or liabilities, whether they exist locally or abroad,
Why you sound
kindly
so low?
also
You sound
provide
low. You sound
co-
low.
ki-
You sound low.
still, still low.
You're better now. Go ahead.
Kindly also provide full particulars of same. For the avoidance of doubt for each asset indicated, please state the source of funds, including all supporting documents.
Mm.
Please be advised that this request is being made in keeping with sections 42.2 and 43 of the Integrity Commission Act. 5.44.
Mm-hmm.
The PM responded by way of letter dated September 7, 2022, with further information on his assets, liabilities, and income, and an amendment to Section 1 of his
Hold on.
2021.
So that we just read is what they sent him, and September 7th is his response to it.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Go ahead. Read it. Read
Of
it
his
again, Mr. Holness.
2021,
Read it again, Mr. Holness. Respond by
the
way.
PM responded by way of a letter dated September 7, 2022, with further information on his assets, liabilities, and income, and an amendment to Section 1 of his 2021 statutory declaration. That is, he included NCB current account bearing number ending 62.
Mm-hmm.
5.45. Notwithstanding the foregoing, the evidence provided by the duly authorized officers of the relevant financial institution where the PM held accounts established that he omitted to include in his statutory declarations or otherwise disclose to the Commission two accounts which he held at the material time, the
Mm-hmm.
details of which are set out here under.
Mm-hmm. Me just check your chat real quick. Aldiana, big up. Noreen, how you doing? Salute to you. Ransford McLean, blessings. Who else me see? Barbara Parks, big up. Maureen Bartley, big up. And Jennifer Cushing, big up. Build up on yourselves. Good to see you guys here. Please remember to like and share the video, alright? We have McQueen Hudson, one of my mods. You understand? Reading for us. So, she has time. She reach out to me, and we really need to get through it. So, that part you just read. No, we have table 3 accounts not disclosed by Mr. Holness. What is this? 2016 0 user initiated transaction. 2017, well, October 16th, the savings 1. What does this table mean? The highlighted
It's saying
area.
that account 7 checking account, our current account, was open on the 10th of January 05, and there was no initiated transaction for the years 2016, 17, 18, 19, and 20, but one started in 2021. And
Mm,
for the account ending 74, which is a savings, it was open October 13, 2016.
mm-hmm,
One transaction was initiated in the year of 2016,
mm-hmm,
one in the year 2019, and one in the year 2021.
mm. So these accounts are the ones not disclosed.
Yes.
Okay. Not too much activity on them. But the man have so much account, brother. Mighty God. Go ahead. We are gonna mark we are gonna
5.46.
mark down that table there too. Table 3. Yeah man, we are gonna mark it down too.
It looks like binary digits
Me I
zero
tell
zero zero
you
zero zero 1 1 0 0 1 0 1.
go through.
On 5.46, on January 12, 2023, the DI convened on an interview with the PM pursuant to Rules 2 of the Judges Rules Administrative Directors JRAD. Further evidence was also obtained from the relevant financial institutions. DI felt it necessary to explore the circumstances of the ownership and use of the bank accounts in question.
So
Having regard to the evidence, the DI is satisfied that while the PM held these accounts, the omissions could have been inadvertent. This can be inferred from the limited, if non-existent, interaction with the PM with the reference
so
accounts.
basically they must say because enough transaction wasn't done over the period of time, it could be that him just forget about the account there. That they must say. Not
Mm.
inadvertent. Me don't know how ask me
It's
ask no.
inadvertent, this meaning accidental or without direct intention.
Da, you know what, me not so bad. Not so bad
Yeah.
at all. Though me not go to school long time, you know. It says not resulting from or achieving through deliberate planning. All right, so you see, on this platform, we're keeping it a bean and we're
Real.
keeping it a stack. You
Keeping it
understand?
real.
Yeah, we're keeping it real. We're going off the information and everything. So him can't say, oh, him just biased against the prime minister because him not like him. Wagwan Patrick Velma Wagwan can't say that. We're going off one, the evidence that we're seeing and the actions of the prime minister, and two, our gut feeling. You know, that little thing that speaks within you, that voice. Yes. All right. So the might give him a pass on that one day. You see me? Because he might have just never remember. Because him have so much account. But go ahead. Next 547.
All right. Again, good evening to all viewers. We're just coming on. We're still going through the IC
St.
report.
Andrews, big up. All our people them from now at St. Andrews. Big up Patrick. I say I heard.
We got Jamaicans
Yeah
all
man,
over the
no
world
joke.
and other nations who are participating. Now,
Yes.
5.47.
Mm-hmm.
Consequent on the foregoing, the I found in respect of the aforementioned omissions that while the statutory declaration filed by the PM for the year 2021 was inaccurate and incomplete, the mens rea mental element component of the offense could not be satisfied.
What is that? The mens rea
I have to
mental
look up the mens
element.
rea. I have to look up that one because I'm not so familiar
Consequent
with
on the
mens.
foregoing, the DI found in respect of the aforementioned omissions that while the statutory declaration filed by Mr. Onus for the year 2021 was inaccurate and incomplete, the mens rea mental element component of the offense could not be satisfied. A
This,
recommendation was therefore made to the Commission for Mr. Holness to be invited to provide a outstanding to provide the outstanding information for the necessary examination and certification to be done. Oh, so basically they must say, we couldn't certify your brother. It just never enough. So them invite him to come give them more information and outstanding information so an examination could be done and also a certification. Where
right, and
where where
mens rea by definition is the intention or knowledge of wrongdoing that constitutes part of a crime as opposed to the action or conduct
mm,
of the accused.
oh, so him never did know basically again. They just affirm that again. All right. Activities undertaken 5-5.
All right. Activities undertaken as part of the second investigation around concerns regarding the PM knowingly making a false statement by way of omission. 5.51. The discussion here on the touches and concerns the accounts which were found to have been omitted from the PM's statutory declarations. 5.52. Following a review of the second statutory declaration, Director of Information and Complaints wrote to the PM on March 10, 2023. The DI is in possession of this letter and it requested, among other things,
Please note.
of this letter,
Please
and it
note.
requested, among
Sorry,
other
sorry
things.
to cut you. Please note, we can't start over the whole section there. From January 2023, I have a meeting, with them, You can't tell me say at this point with all of these accounts being information being ascertained that he didn't understand that he was being investigated for illicit enrichment because they stated that this is not satisfactory. He came with another one. It's not satisfactory. He came with another one, and it still was. So he must have known that he was being investigated for illicit enrichment. So for him to come out and say he's not aware of anybody in his team being, listen, we can't wait for the next the other seven, come out to tell me when they were aware. Because it's either they lied to him or he lied to us about them. But we know say him never tell we truth about him based off of the information off of the Integrity Commission. And that is why they were in Parliament with the Integrity Commission to put them in our corner to say if he had said anything, it would be against the actual document itself, the section of the law. You would be doing something unlawful to tell you that he was being investigated. And all of the Integrity Commission members said it would be foolish to think that he could not tell you that he was under investigation because the section was made to protect the declarant. The declarant can waive his rights and tell you what is going on. Just like when an officer says you have the right to remain silent, anything be used against you in the court of law. If you want to waive your right to be silent, that's your business. But them have to tell you say that are your rights. You understand? So you can exercise your rights. All the Prime Minister had to do was say, no comment. If them ask if you're being investigated for illicit enrichment and you don't want to share, all he had to say is no comment. He didn't have to tell us that, oh no, he wasn't being investigated for it. Because now you're being perceived as a liar. Because all of the information in the report states that you knew at the time when you told us that you're come on, man. Like, what are we doing here? But continue. Crazy.
All right, so we're at
No, start
the
over
DI
five
is
five
in
two.
possession of this letter and it
Start over
requested
five.
among other
Start
things.
over 552. Just start from the
Yeah,
top.
that's where I'm at.
Mm-hmm.
That he explained
No,
his
following a
intent.
review. Following a review. Start from the top. 552.
5.552.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, following a review of the second statutory declaration, we're on page 35. The Director of Information and Complaints wrote to the PM on March 10, 2023. The DI is in possession of this letter and it requested, among other things, that he explain his interest in certain accounts which were not included in his amended statutory declaration submitted for the year 2021. The relevant portions of the reference letter are as follows. Further, kindly advise the Commission of your interest, if any, in the undermentioned accounts. Bank of Nova Scotia Jamaica Limited savings account numbered ending 2164 and 60, and secondly JMMBEZ access account numbered 006 ending 1074. Now page 36, 5.53. The DI is also in possession of a letter dated March 12, 2023 from the PM in response. In this letter, the PM indicated the following. Bank of Nova Scotia Jamaica Limited savings account numbered
Ooh.
ending 1.
My God, I'm
This
sorry.
account belongs to, of course, the PM's father, Mark, and he lists the name. Other than my name being added to the account many years ago as a precaution in the event of an emergency, I claim no interest in the account and is not part of my assets.
Key. That is key. Go ahead. 5.53. Note. Go ahead.
Bank of Nova Scotia Jamaica Limited savings accounts numbered ending 64 and 60. These accounts belong to the PM's mother, a name mentioned. Other than my name being added to the accounts many years ago as a precaution in the event of an emergency, I claim no interest in the accounts and they are not part of my assets.
Mm.
JMB Easy Access account numbered 006. So this is the entire number was spelled out here. 006 000 161 074. I was unaware of the existence of this account until your query. My checks with JMMB reveal that when their banking license was approved, they migrated or transferred some types of investment accounts to their commercial bank in 2020. The
Also,
value of my investment accounts in JMMB was reported on my statutory declaration from as far as 2009. In 2018, I responded to the Integrity Commission's query on my JMB investments with further clarifying information, which would have shown that my investments accounts were inactive. I have now given JMB formal instructions to close the account.
oh, that's why they put out the number. Now, when you have so much accounts still, you will mess up. You will mess up. I'm gonna know only do that and be Prime Minister I country at the same time. But continue.
The,
554.
D, the DI highlights here under a letter dated August 13, 2021, which provided clarity around the PM obligation to disclose in his statutory declarations all assets in his name, whether or not he has a beneficial interest therein.
Okay,
Scotia
okay.
Mutual Fund account.
Hold on. The DI highlights here on a letter dated which provided clarity around Mr. Honest's obligation to disclose in his statutory declaration all assets in his name, whether or not he has a beneficial interest therein. So, them no business if you don't know, but once you name upon it, it is your responsibility to make sure that it is declared. Pretty much. That's what they're saying, right? That's what I'm reading from that. That's correct? Hello? Oh, the baby wake up.
Yes, repeat again.
I was saying that 554 at the top. What they're saying is that once your name is on the asset, whether or not he has a beneficial interest, him have to declare it. We
Yes.
need to know about it once your name upon it. Pretty much.
Yes, it's
All
your
right.
name, so you have
All
to
right.
take, yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
All right. Scotia Mutual Fund
Oh,
account.
oh, guys. Want if you ask any question, Any questions, have or any comments? I'm watching the chat from my phone and I'm paying attention to the computer at the same time. So we want to know if you engage with the reading of the documentation. So if you have any questions, please put it in the chat. If you have any comments, also drop it in the chat in regards to what is being read. If you understand or you don't understand or you have a other understanding, let us know. All right. And the person that watch the replay, definitely I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. All right. Go ahead, McQueen.
All right. Thank you again, viewers and listeners. And Bolo VR,
Mm-hmm.
right? Let's open ourselves. Scotia Mutual Fund account. In August 2016, my mother name mentioned of her own accord opened an investment account with Scotia Investments with funds from her pension lump sum and saving. From documents attached, it can be seen that my mother is the primary account holder. I was added to the investment purely for estate planning reasons, and I do not rely on this investment or use it in any way as a security or a pledge. I do not consider this a part of my beneficial assets.
That is why them put the statement at the top. To make him understand, say, that explanation is not gonna suffice. You get me? Go ahead.
5.55. The DI has seen evidence which indicates that on the request of the Director of Information and Complaints in a letter dated December 31st, 2021, the PIC subsequently amended his statutory declaration submitted for September 3rd, 2020 to include the investment referred to in his August 13, 2021 letter.
Hold on there. Oh, reach. Oh shit.
5.5.
Oh, sorry. I never scroll up. Sorry. So DI has the evidence which indicates that the request of the Director of Information and Complaints in a letter dated December 31st, 2021, Mr. Holness subsequently amended his statutory declaration submitted for September 3rd, 2020 to include the investments referred to in his August 13, 2021 letter. Okay, go ahead.
The DI therefore found necessary to examine whether the aforementioned accounts were legally owned by the PM and whether he made a false statement in his statutory declaration when he failed to declare them to the Commission.
Okay.
Page 38. 5.5.7. DI requested and received witness statements from the duly authorized officers at DNS and JMMB, which indicate the following.
You're
5.
underwater. You're underwater right now. Let me
Can you
see.
hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Accounts held with BNS. Account number ending 21.
Mm-hmm.
The account opening information received from the duly authorized officer at BNS indicates that the account was opened by the PM father, name mentioned on January 27, 1989.
Mm-hmm.
The PM was added as a joint account holder alongside his father on January 27, 1989.
Mm-hmm.
An examination of the transaction history revealed that at least 4 deposits made to this account between 2019 and 2022 were made from 2 accounts ending 85 and 60, on which the PM is noted as principal and joint account holder respectively.
Hello, Markdown 561. That is key. That is key. So you see, guys, if you guys just do a little research on, and I'm not saying that, I'm not accusing the Prime Minister of anything. I'm saying if you guys do some research on money laundering, and if you do research on tax evasion, just go on YouTube and type in cases of tax evasion that the FBI, any entity overseas investigated, and the case is already closed and gone through, and you look at the details of it in a documentary form, and you'll understand why the stuff that you're looking at is suspicious to investigators, professionals. To the normal person, it would seem like it's nothing. Oh, I'm on father, I'm sending money. All right, cool. Well, not so. Not so. But go ahead. Go ahead.
5.6.2,
Mm-hmm.
account number ending 64.
Wagwan beat and teach. How you doing, love?
Continue.
Yeah, man. Go through, man.
Okay, page 38. The account opening information received from the duly authorized officer at BNS indicates that the captioned account was opened on October 1, 1984
Wow. That a before my
by the
born.
PM's mother,
That a
name
before my
mentioned.
born, you know? That a
Who was
before my
born at
born.
that time?
I was not born. That's before I was born, guys. But go through.
Who subsequently added
Uh-huh.
the PM and his sister as joint account holders.
Ah, sister. Okay.
An examination of the transaction history revealed that funds totaling 2,650,000 were transferred from this account to account number ending 19, which is solely owned by the PM between December 2020 and August 2021.
Very interesting. $2.6 million from him joint account to the mother and his sister sent to his personal account. 5.62, put it in the notification. Hey, let's continue.
The transaction history also shows that between February and December 2021, transfers totaling 1.2 million were made to account number ending 85, another account solely owned by the PM.
Wow. Go ahead.
During this period, amounts totaling 1.8 million were also deposited to this account from account number ending 85.
Mm-hmm.
At least $220,000 were deposited to account number ending 03, which is held jointly by the PM and one of his sons between September 2021 and May 2022.
Mm-hmm. This is a table. It says table set out transactions. Table 4 between account number ending 64, account number 19, and account number 80 ending 85, and account number ending 03. 500,000, 200,000. Yeah, normal, normal. Them is something normal. Them say I make millions. Normal, normal, normal. All right. Or is it? I don't know. Let's continue. Wait. Just so you guys see, you can screenshot that. 1, 2, 3, bam. Screenshot the second part. 1, 2, 3, bam. All right, go ahead, McQueen. Account number ending 60. Wagwan, God's chosen, Sassy 81. Welcome, guys. Juliet, welcome. Please remember to like and share. Thanks for being here. Forever long you guys will be. I still appreciate it. All right, thank you so much. Go ahead, McQueen.
All right, so transfer between account ending 64 and account ending 19, account ending 85,
Where
and
you
account
reach?
03, the table 4.
Nah, man, them I done show them that already, man. I 563 years ago. You call Wagwan, you call some money laundering.
Yeah, but you know, me I go through the 500,000 because over the 3 months period, you have 500, 200, 500, 500, 200, 500, 250.
Mm-hmm. Them gonna show them that already, man.
We have to double it up.
Die,
Uh,
go on there, thing, teacher. Go through.
5.63, account number ending 60. The account opening information received from a duly authorized officer at BNS indicates that this account was opened on June 20th, 1975
Backside.
by the PM mother, name mentioned, who subsequently added the PM and his sister as joint account holders. An examination of the transaction history indicates that a total of 1,985,000 was transferred from account bearing number ending 85, an account owned solely by the PM, to this account ending 60 between November and December 2021. A total of 180,000 was also transferred to account number ending 03, an account jointly owned by the PM and one of his sons. Table 5 outlines the transaction between account number 60 and account number 85 and 03. So we can see it was strictly deposits going in November 25th, 2021. What it looks like the 426, 529,
I table I read
335.
out.
Yeah, it seems like there's a transfer. These are like
Deposit
transfers,
withdrawals, yeah. Between
right?
six ending 60 and 85 and ending 03. So
Right,
that are the 1.9 we didn't just explain and the one and the
right.
180,000. So next account number 142, a witness statement. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, but I'm wondering if table 4 and table 5 has some cross transaction there, like maybe from one account to the other.
Yeah,
All right.
but isn't that what it stated? It's transfers between no account number ending 60 and 85 and 03. So you can see the account where it come from and where it go. Here's how the deposit. 85, 250,000, 400,000, 500,000, 335, 5. All of that was deposited to 85, the account number ending 85. And then
Yeah, but it looked like it was coming from was withdrawn from table 4
yeah,
to lodge to table 5. A
no,
portion of oh,
what is saying, well, table is not table 5, is table 5. What he's saying is that the account
but it's the same
number.
account numbers, the same account
Oh,
ending in.
so yeah, summarize. So we
Yeah,
don't want to do
right.
the summarize business, All right, so table 4 and have nothing to do with table account number 60. As you can see, it says, I mean, I show it on the screen. It says account number 64, account number 1985 and 03. Now, if you look on the other table now, money
You never
is
have 1 9
no, it don't have 64 on the table 5. It don't
and one
have
nine.
that. And 1985 is there. But it
Right.
seems like 85 is an account where money is deposited to more than anything else. 03 now. 03 withdrawals. Alright, withdrawals are come from 03 there, so. And on this account yeah. Basically money I draw from 03 and money I deposit to 85. You understand? So those two accounts have a history of 85 have a history of money being deposited to it from other accounts in these two tables, and 03 have a history of money being withdrawn from it. You feel what I say? That are the parallels when I say 60, the
Okay.
account ending with 60 is not on table 4. You have the account ending 64 up there on 19. You understand? Right? That's the difference. So let's continue. Account
All right.
number,
It says
yeah.
03 was a joint account and 85 is a sole account.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So continuation.
Yeah.
5.6.4 account number ending 142.
Are they so rich?
Uh, yeah.
Oh yeah, true.
Okay.
5.6.4. Oh, don't you so right. Got you.
A witness statement received by the DI from the duly authorized officer at BNS indicates that the PM was also a joint account holder on another account ending 142, which was opened on July 28, 2005.
Mm-hmm.
On August 31st, 2023, by way of notice pursuant to Section 14.5 of the CPA, the PM was asked by the DI to explain its association with this account. He subsequently provided the following explanation.
Mm-hmm. This is the explanation. Go ahead.
BNS account ending 142 is primarily held by name mention who worked in my constituency office more than 20 years ago. My
Bangarang.
recollection is that I had encouraged her to open a bank account through which her wages could be paid online.
Bangarang.
I do not recall the circumstances in which my name was added to her
Bangarang.
account. I have written to the bank to have my name removed.
Okay, so yo, may I tell you say, when they call that, what's the terminology for that? I know there's a terminology feed. Like it's not ignorance, it's not negligence. When you claim to say you don't know about something of importance where your name is involved in, what's the terminology for that? Because in the world this lady is gonna be encouraged to open an account. She worked with you for 20 years, but she never tell us say she add a name to it, and you never know. Or I don't know if a she add a name, or are you add a name, or it two on know say wanna add a name. I don't know. But between the two on one on clueless, which
Maria
is you.
Mensa?
Huh?
Maria Mensa.
No, him clueless. Him clueless to say plausible that me have some bright people in my blouse and skirt chatting. Plausible deniability. That is the exact terminology I was looking for. That is what you call plausible deniability. So if it cannot be proven that he knew it was on the account, plausible deniability will work, because you're going at the realm of suspicion now, and in court is what I can prove. And if she testified that him never know, and there's no way to prove say him did know, you don't know say that gone through the gate right there, so nothing ever to come out of that. But for the court of public opinion, um, suspicious. Suspicious. That one is very suspicious. That one is very, no, like what would influence this lady to add him to the account? What kind of relationship them have to the point where she's not family? It says that she worked for him for 20 years. Why would I add my boss to my account number or my account? You understand what I say? Barbara, you understand what I say? God shows it, it just look funny, bro. It just really looks funny. But go ahead. Yeah, that's all I say about that.
All right. Thanks again, viewers. Those who are just coming on live, welcome to Bolo
Mm-hmm.
V&R
Mm-hmm.
channel. We're continuing on page 44.
How you gone so far? So hold on there. No, writer say you read a while ago. Now 42, 41 with it, and you read the account about send. Oh yeah, Musa.
41.
Yeah, I just said that,
I
and then you're supposed to read an examination of the bank
support
account received.
sincerely. An
Mm-hmm.
examination of the bank statements received from a duly authorized officer at BNS did not reflect any amounts transferred between this account ending 142 and any accounts held by the PM between 2020 and 2022. 5.7. So you see, there was no transferred amounts. All right.
What? Wait. What? There was no transfer in those accounts? What the
No
lady?
transfer in this account.
You mean the same account that then join together?
Yeah.
So the lady make an account with Andrew Honest name on it, and then have no transfer between the two of them? That were suspicious. Something alright, my wisdom, Maria. Something alright. But go ahead.
That interpretation is saying that the, he didn't benefit from the account from the funds in the account since they didn't see any transfer to his name.
Well. That. What about him transferring to her?
They said they didn't see any transfer any at all. So
Then what was the point of the account?
he said it's for salary purposes. I'm just reading
Then
objectively.
what I'm saying is, if it's for salary purposes, him no must transfer money to it to get her salary.
But who where does the payments come from to go there?
Oh, that's our next thing too. Our government where that come from.
It can be a direct deposit, so it depends. You have to get.
That is
You would
true.
need a little bit more information right there.
Right.
But
Then we'd have to dig a little deeper into that.
yeah, we'd have to see what how the credits applied,
Mm,
what transaction types were facilitated by the salary account then. You
yes,
know,
yes, yes.
right? So we're continuing at
All
5.7.
right, go through.
So we're not gonna assume anything right
No, no,
there. We're
no.
just
We're just
yes,
reasoning it out, you know. We're not,
yeah.
you
We're
know.
not gonna we're not gonna
Yeah.
go too deep because it's not
Right.
open up deeply. So we just leave that and go to 5.7.
Right.
Accounts held with JMMB in the referral of May 3rd, 2023. It was noted that the PM was asked to explain his association with accounts bearing account number 006 ending 1074. The DI requested and obtained a witness statement from a duly authorized officer at JMB, which indicates that the PM was in fact associated with three accounts. Hold up.
Associated with three accounts. The evidence indicates that the accounts numbered ending 7958, ending 6807, ending 1074 were held solely by Mr. Holness, Admant Incorporated, and Mr. Holness and one of his sons. Wow. Okay. So one of them was held solely by Mr. Holness. The other one was held by Adma Incorporated, and the third one was held by Mr. Holness and one of his sons. Interesting. And that's how they respectively the three accounts. Um, this is a significant part as well. The account opening information received from the duly authorized officer at JMMB Bank indicates that the accounts were opened in 2008 under JMMB and originally bore the numbers ending 287 and 436. At some point later, they were converted into three accounts with the numbers given above. So you have two accounts and then them turning into three accounts. Okay. These accounts were previously declared by Mr. Hollis. The evidence shows that the three accounts had nil balance over the period under consideration and up to March 13th, 2023, when amounts were transferred to them to facilitate closure. Okay. Illicit enrichment under the Corruption Prevention Act. Consequent on the referral form, the commission with inter alia indicates that Mr. Holness' net worth grew by 51,555,076.22 over the 5-year period that ended the 31st of the 12th, 2021. Wow. Unexplained changes in network was calculated as 4.491798. Net effect for the year ended 31/12/2021. The DI inquired into Mr. Holness' assets, liabilities, and income with a view to determine whether or not there was merit in the Commission's concerns. The DI inquires, among other things, involved a mathematical calculation to Mr. Holness's net worth, a confirmation of all known assets, liabilities, and income attributable or owned by Mr. Holness, inclusive of those held in companies, and an investigation into the sources of funding for the assets identified. For context, it is necessary to briefly deline- what? delineate the framework. What that mean? Well, are they good people? First me I said that already.
Precisely.
Hmm?
It means precisely.
Describe or portray something precisely. People we have one bright somebody already, yeah? Yeah, I just make you no know. And a me, a she bright. I don't know that first me I said that already. Um when me reach. Hold on there.
8.2.
Point two. No, I'm not on for it so far.
For on page 42, thanks
Yeah,
again
but
for context. It is necessary to briefly delineate the framework governing illicit enrichment both from an international and local perspective. The offense of illicit enrichment as a concept existed in some form from as early as the 1930s. It was incorporated into Jamaican law as a consequence of Jamaica's accession to the UN, United Nations Convention Against Corruption, hereafter referred to as UNCAC. The UNCAC, among other things, includes a provision on illicit enrichment, which is articulated in Article 20 as follows. But when the parliament is going, they say members, do not mention that word.
which word?
Illicit enrichment, when you're watching the parliament, they say, do not mention that word.
Hold on. So where we start from? Cause we there 42 now. At 27 where they start from?
Yes.
Alright, we're gonna end at 47. See? Cause I have something else for share.
All right.
On the live. So we're gonna end at 47. So we do 20 pages. Alright. Subjects to its constitution, the fundamental principles of its legal system. Each state party shall consider adopting such legislation and other measures as may be necessary to establish as a criminal offense when committed internationally illicit enrichment that is a significant increase in its assets of a public office official that he or she cannot reasonably explain in relation to his or her lawful income. The offense illicit enrichment was enacted in a domestic law in 2021 by virtue of the CPA 5.84. According to uh, Basel Institute on Governance, hereafter referred to as Basel Institute, despite the fact that illicit enrichment has now become a widely adopted legal concept, there is still a significant amount of uncertainty amongst practitioners over what the concept actually refers to. That is understandable as there is no unanimous applied definition of illicit enrichment and the actual form, wording, and practical operation of illicit enrichment laws around the world vary significantly for jurisdictions to jurisdictions to jurisdiction. Oh, from jurisdiction to jurisdiction. Okay. 585. In an effort to arrive at the universal definition, the Basic Institute referred 98 laws, which led them to following articulation of the concept. And its most basic level, the act of illicit enrichment can be broadly defined as the enjoyment of an amount of wealth that is not justified through reference to lawful income. Okay. All right. That is the definition, the broad definition of illicit enrichment. Bag of chips wagwan. Ryan Campbell, big up. The broad basic definition is the enjoyment of an amount of wealth that is not justified through reference to lawful income. All right. This is page 44. In the context of illicit enrichment, the enjoyment of an amount of wealth refers to the acquisition, receipt, or use of something of pecuniary value. What does that mean? She can't talk, people. She can't talk, so I have to go Google. Pecuniary meaning. Pecuniary meaning relating to or consisting of money. So it relates to money or consists of money. Okay, that makes sense. So it says in context of illicit enrichment, enjoyment of an amount of wealth refers to the acquisition, receipt, or use of something of pecuniary value, which is monetary value, right? While also interpreted in various ways, according to the jurisdiction, the phrase not justified through reference to lawful income refers to an absence of evidence that demonstrate the legitimate or non-criminal source from which the enjoyed wealth was derived, such as salaries, profits from legitimate businesses, pension payments, inheritances, gift, or even loans from banks. A necessary question which arises then based on the foregoing is how does one define wealth? There are two main approaches used globally to determine wealth. There are the narrow approach, right, and the wider approach. It is sufficient for present purposes to indicate that Jamaica utilizes the form which regards wealth as things of, this word again, pecuniary value, which are owned by a person, their spouse, and children. The Jamaican approach is encapsulated in section 14.5 of the CPA. Section 14.5 of the CPA states as follows: wherein public servants own assets disproportionate to his lawful earning, and upon being requested by the commission or any person duly authorized to investigate an allegation of corruption against him to provide explanation to as to how he came by such assets, he fails to do so or gives an explanation which is not considered to be satisfactory, he shall be liable to prosecution for the offense of illicit enrichment, and on conviction thereof to penalties specified in section 15.1. It shall be a defense to a person charged with an offense of illicit enrichment to show the court that he came by the asset by lawful means. So as long as him can show say him come by the asset by lawful means, him good. Him good. Alright? Providing over there, 45 now. Providing illicit enrichment in law. In some jurisdiction, illicit so make Queen, are you gone?
I'm here.
You ready again?
Yes.
587. PH 45.
Yes, I'm on page 45.
587.
In some jurisdictions, illicit enrichment is treated with in the civil law arena only or in criminal law only, while in others it is dealt with both under criminal and civil law. By necessity, therefore, the burden and standard of proof which hinge on the foregoing also vary. As can be seen from the crafting of the offense above under Jamaican law, illicit enrichment is a criminal offense and the burden of proof is shared by the crown and the accused. Reverse burden, consistent with established legal principles. Generally, the crown's burden of proof in criminal law must be discharged beyond reasonable doubt.
Hey,
And
you're good enough.
when a
You're good
burden of
enough.
proof is imposed on an
Mm.
accused person, this burden must be discharged on balance of probabilities. 5.8.8. Consequently, the crown, inclusive of the investigator, must first establish the wealth that the subject possesses, wealth element. That is, the assets of the subject are disproportionate to their lawful income. See section 14.5a of the CPA. Once the crown has established the foregoing, a reverse burden is imposed on the subject to provide a satisfactory explanation to the investigating authority and or the court as to how they came by their assets or wealth. See sections 14.5b and 14.5a of the CPA. 5.89. The illicit enrichment law in Hong Kong is broadly similar to the Jamaican law in this regard. The Supreme Court of Hong Kong, in its examination of the practical application of this law, held in the case of Ernest Percival Max Hunt versus the Queen that the Crown is required to prove beyond reasonable doubt that an accused person has maintained a standard of living above that commensurate with his present or past official emoluments. Then, if the prosecution manages to do this, an explanation by the person accused becomes necessary, which must be established on the balance of the probabilities. 5.8.10. How then can these burdens be discharged? The Basel Institute states the following. Can you hear me without distraction?
You're good, man. Do we have the man? We can hear clear, man.
The case of Attorney General versus Hui Kin Ong outlined that in order for the state to establish that a person's standard of living is above that commensurate with their income, they must show that the standard of living maintained by the accused could not reasonably, in all the circumstances, have been afforded out of his total official emoluments during that period. 5.811. As it relates,
One. That part there. In case the Attorney General, Yu King Wong, outlined that in order for the state to establish that a person's standard of living is above the commensurate with their income. Is that what it says? Commensurate with their income. They must
it must be in
show.
proportion to their income, yes. Commensurate, yeah.
They must show that the standard of living maintained by the accused could not reasonably, in all circumstances, have been afforded out of his total official emoluments during that period. You see, you can't pass them word there, no man. Remember say, "All I win a bright like you know." Yo, how you do to me? How you do to me, McQueen? Emoluments. Can't sound the nail learn sitting upon Bolo V&R. That me I tell you no. Oh, a salary fee or profit from employment or office. That's what emoluments mean. Guys, I just learned something. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Emoluments. That is it. Come here, so can I have that word there? Alright, go through.
All right. So, 5. The investigator's approach, source, and application of funds analysis. 5.812. As it relates to the approach to be
Nah,
employed,
man, I know 5.812. A 5.811. As it as it relates to whether, yeah.
As it relates to whether the explanation provided by the accused person is satisfactory, the case of Ernest Percival Max Hunt versus the Queen provides the following guidance. Thus, satisfactory explanation for the purposes of this case means an explanation which shows, upon a balance of probabilities, that the difference between an accused person's standard of living over the period charged and that which would have been commensurate with his present or past official emoluments has, if the standard of living actually maintained has been the higher of the two standards been paid for with money, the ultimate source of which was untainted by any corruption on the part of the accused.
Mm.
The investigator's approach, source and application of funds analysis 5.812. As it relates to the approach to be employed by investigators in determining whether a person has committed the offense of illicit enrichment,
Mm-hmm.
the Basel Institute provides the following guidance.
A
A
so
source and
mm.
application of funds analysis. Here in source and application analysis is an evaluation of all the financial incomings and outgoings of a particular person over a defined period of time. While commonly used in a commercial context, this method of analysis is an excellent tool in the context of illicit enrichment, as it can be used to accurately and fairly prove that a person has enjoyed a certain amount of wealth, and two, the lawful origin of this wealth cannot be explained by reference to the same person's lawful income. In other words, a source and application analysis can be used by investigators and prosecutors to establish the two common elements in all illicit enrichment laws:
Mm.
the wealth element and the inadequate income. The need for a financial investigation to establish known lawful sources of income and application. When conducting a source and application analysis, it is first necessary to conduct a thorough financial investigation to establish two key monetary figures required by courts to determine if the two common elements of an illicit enrichment law have been established. These two figures are: one, the total amount of wealth that the person has enjoyed, as defined by the amount of funds that were applied towards the acquisition or enjoyment of this wealth during a set period of time,
Mm-hmm.
and including the total amount of funds that were saved by a person during this set period of time. The total amount of the known lawful sources of income received by or available to the person over the same period of time that could possibly have been applied towards the acquisition of enjoyment of this wealth or towards the accumulation of savings. The instances where someone uses, expends, or saves funds that count toward the first figure above are referred to as applications. The instances where someone has received funds from a known lawful source are referred to as known lawful sources of income.
Mm-hmm.
Common application will include such things as expenditures made by the person to buy tangible assets such as houses, cars or company shares, or to make repayment towards a loan. So that's common applications.
Mm-hmm.
Common non-lawful sources of income will include such things as salaries earned by the person through employment, inheritances they may have received, and any loan amounts granted to them under a legitimate agreement. Income received prior to the period of analysis are also taken into account in the form of savings held on bank balances at the start of this time period. Conversely, the accumulation of funds on bank accounts during the period of analysis are considered as an application of funds and are represented through the amount of funds held on the relevant bank accounts on the final day of this time period. It is important to note that applications are not the assets or services that a person has acquired, but the amount of funds that were used by the person to acquire the assets or services. So, for example, if during a period of interest, a person has acquired three houses for a purchase price of $500,000 each, the money used to purchase these houses is considered the application for the purpose of the analysis. So that's very straightforward and clear.
Mm-hmm.
Even the houses themselves increase or decrease in value over time, the figure that is necessary for a source and application analysis is still only the amount, the total amount the person paid to acquire these assets. This is consistent with valuation methodologies in illicit enrichment cases throughout the world. So you,
Pause.
so you can
This,
buy a house for 1.10
pause.
10
This
million
is
later.
why. This is why the Integrity Commission members in the House of Representatives 2 days ago said that they don't read the report, because this is very straightforward. If they had read the report, Mr. Chuck, what name? What name something like that, Chuck? Horace, what name? Horace Chang and Delroy Chuck. Delroy Chuck would have not asked the questions he asked if he had read the report. Them don't read the report. This is why it doesn't matter when the asset was bought, It's about what value did you buy the asset at. You understand? So they can compare what you were actually earning at the time to see if you could have actually afforded the asset, to see whether or not your statutory declaration can be declared. So the JLP look like them. Some of them really look like them not reading the report. Because if they had read the report, they would have not come into that House of Representative and asked some of the questions that they asked the Integrity Commission. It's right there. It's right there for you. Guys, it's right there in front of you. Unbelievable. So we have members of parliament that were paying millions of dollars. That's not doing their work. They're not even taking the time out to read important documents of law to gain understanding. But these people are on the oversight committee. How can you be a part of an oversight committee but not read the reports? And then asking the Integrity Commission members that actually read to give you the answers to questions that if you had read the report, you have already known the answer to it. Wow, this is embarrassing.
Embarrassing.
This is embarrassing. Go ahead. Essentially, if the person.
Especially if the person has purchased anything or given away any amount of money or transferred the ownership of any money held by them, then it will be considered an application, so long as the investigator can prove that such a purchase, gift, or transfer took place. So the activity is the application. Furthermore, any funds that remain on the person's bank accounts on the final day of the period of interest are also considered as an application, as the amount on these bank balances represents the total amount of income that the person used to put towards their savings during the period of interest and still has available to spend after the period of interest. Similar to when calculating income, if the person is married or is in a relationship where assets are jointly shared, then any money that the person's spouse or partner use should also be counted as money that was used by the primarily targeted person.
Mm-hmm.
Moreover, if the person used funds for the benefit of other people, for instance, by purchasing a house in the name of a brother or by donating a large amount to an organization, then these transactions should still be counted as applications attributable to the person in question. Common items that fall under the category of applications are any provable instances where pecuniary funds that's monetary funds, were spent, okay, that's the pecuniary value,
Spent to
spent
purchase
to
tangible
purchase a
asset. Mm-hmm.
tangible asset such
Mm-hmm.
as real estate, property, or a car, used to pay a rent, used to repay money under a loan agreement, used to pay utility bills such as electricity, water, and phone bills, used to pay school fees, used to finance credit cards, used to pay taxes, used to make an electronic transfer from a bank account or a mobile money account to an account not controlled by the person or the person's spouse or partner, used to make charitable donations or other gifts, used to pay privately employed staff such as domestic workers, used to purchase jewelry, used to pay for all the expenses seized from the suspect in the form of cash, during physical searches held in a bank account or mobile money account owned by the suspect on the date that is the end of the defined offense period.
Mm-hmm.
Important to note, however, that if a suspect has withdrawn physical cash from a bank account during the period of interest, then such a withdrawal cannot be counted as an application as the person still maintains control of any cash that has been withdrawn.
Why you stop there? So what funny about that?
It is important to note, however, that if a suspect has withdrawn physical cash from a bank account during the period of interest, then such a withdrawal cannot be counted as an application.
As the person still maintains control of any cash that has been withdrawn. Of course, if there is proof that
Okay, got you. So when the money is in transit, it cannot be counted as an application. It has to be spent on something to be counted as an application.
mm-hmm.
So if 1,000 is in the bank and I use 500 to buy jewelry, the $500 would be the application. If 1,000 is in the bank and I pull out $500 and I don't use to do anything, that cannot be counted as an application. This is what this is saying.
Okay.
All right. So of course, if there's proof that the suspect subsequently spent or gave away the cash that was withdrawn, that's why I said then this subsequent transaction can be counted as an application. So it has to be spent or used.
Mm-hmm.
It can't count it once if it's not applied to anything, it's not an application.
Mm-hmm.
And we're closing on page 52, right? The
Um,
source,
hold on.
yeah, it said
Unless
49.
unless unless them finish it look like them still are explain establishing instant enrichment to court satisfaction. Yeah, make we end off at page 52. Yeah, let me end off this.
Yeah, yeah, we can close here.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The source and application formula. Once a total figure of applications and a total figure of known lawful sources of income have been identified by a financial investigation, the final step of a source and application analysis compares these two figures using a simple formula to determine whether the person used or expended or saved an amount of funds over a certain period of time that could not possibly have been derived from a known lawful source of income. This formula is represented as follows. So we look at what application was already, and you minus the known lawful source of income. That would be
No,
equal
they
to
must show you. They must show you the
formula
application minus non-lawful income total
is equal to
equal
total illicit
illicit
enrichment.
enrichment. That's the formula that they use. If all
Yes, the
lawful
form.
income and all outgoing applications of a person have been established by a financial investigation and the person has not received funds from unlawful sources, then the formula will always result in zero. Pretty easy,
Mhm.
pretty
Exactly.
straightforward. All right,
Otherwise,
ladies and gentlemen, I want you guys to go ahead, McQueen.
so
Sorry,
if you get a minus, say it gone over.
there's a problem. Um,
Yeah.
any last words before you go? Cause me I got
Just the viewers and listeners have any questions from what we have read. Practically what we have read from page 27 to current page 52 is straight has been straightforward for those words that might be a little bit new to a person we actually gave the definition of those.
Yeah, man,
So
I don't
yeah,
know. Does anybody have any questions quickly? Because if you don't, I guess we'll have to look for them in the comment section when the video is posted
or
separately.
feed.
You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna post this video separately. It is being recorded. I'm definitely gonna post it. I'm gonna put all the illicit enrichment readings, or all the ICE Integrity Commission report readings.
Positive number, negative, positive number. If it's illicit, it's a positive number. That's what this positive. Can you hear me? Can I'm hearing it clearly. Technology is different nowadays, so it doesn't say technology, all kind of stuff. Thank you, viewers and listeners.
You guys can't hear me now? Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay,
Well,
you didn't have my headphone now. Good. Because that was weird. Anyway, nobody not have no question, so we're going to go away from that. Thank you, McQueena, so much for
you're
your
more
time. Guys, could you put the fire
welcome.
emojis in the
Blessings.
in the chat for McQueena for taking the time out?
Yes.
Please put the
Blessings.
fire emojis in the chat for McQueena. She said nice. Somebody said nice.
Blessings, Gillette. Blessings, Jennifer. And
Yes.
I see one more beat and teach. I don't know if she's still on the
Yeah,
beat and
man.
teach.
Beat and teach still there, man. I believe she's
God
still
knows them.
here.
Blessings and have a blessed evening
All right.
as we
Big up yourself. Look more.
peace.
All right. Right. Big up McQueena. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm already 1 hour and 35 minutes in this live stream. So let's get to the next thing. Jason Bignall, big up yourself. Esther just coming in. Bless up. And Jennifer, you're still here. Big up yourself. All right. So let's get to it. Now, I look a clippity clip of Attack Your Mind TV from him from when I'm live there. May I tell you, say, me woulda crazy if you no react to this. Tell you that right now. Would I crazy if you no react to this.
Still a reminder,
guys, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Alright, subscribe to the channel if you're not yet a member of the platform. If you're not yet a member of this family. Alright. I welcome you to come on this journey with me on YouTube. You understand? Yes. So here we go.
before me ask one question, I feel like I want to play this one just to hear what you have to say, just to counteract you. So let's do this.
Find the evidence that what we have today in Jamaica is the most corrupt administration that has ever held office in the history of our country since independence.
And a real thing, Peter Phillips I say, and Jones are the worst thing ever going at the house there since independent. Real thing, but here when I come say so now.
Well, make me make the statement, backed up by facts, that the PNP is the most corrupt political organization in the Caribbean.
Like you said that, Andrew, me want you to prove it. Prove it. Put the money where your mouth there. Because, and me want to know which part of the money are there. There's so much, me not say nothing, no listen to this.
The 100 million US dollars or 15.5
100 million. And
What?
them get. And the
What?
Jamaican people don't know about it. You never know about that one, yeah?
Me never know about this.
That one, yeah? Listen to this.
billion Jamaican dollars in payments made by Clarendon Alumina Production, CAP, a government entity, over a 4-year period. Still cannot.
Let me start it over. Listen.
The
Please.
100 million US dollars or 15.4 billion Jamaican dollars in payments made by Clarendon Alumina Production, CAP.
100 million. US.
Hold on
The
there.
money there. We don't know about the money.
Yo, make that hurt
We
me. 100 million US dollar. You know, say me have to do my span now and because my head not so sharp. Wanna forgive me? Hold on there. Hold on there. 100 million times 150. $15 billion that you know. $15 billion that you know.
We don't know nothing about this, yeah?
A government entity over a 4-year period still cannot be accounted for. That money could have built bridges and rehabilitated roads across.
And the man who joined in the patrol wouldn't join in the patrol because the road is fixed. It's the corruption. That's a corruption. That is why them think they can.
Yo, me sorry. Hey, talk your mind TV. You threw me off that. Yo. Yo, man. No, Jamaica no one real place, no. Ladies and gentlemen, according to reports, a man was drowned in a pothole. The man he was in car. Well, according to reports, allegedly he was inebriated. He was drinking some alcohol and he was drunk, according to reports. Cause nowadays we can't trust not within our paper. As far as me I get to understand. We can't trust not when I media house them say neither. So it's always allegedly over here. Alright? And I'm going to make sure, you know what? I'm going to put it up. Let me put it up. Cause I think I'll get out on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, it's always allegedly. We are going to be speaking in the realm of speculation forever. Because it seems as if we cannot trust the news at all. Because allegedly, people are playing chess and throwing out baits out there, blatant lies to try and catch somebody or some people into a lawsuit. So until the day I stop doing YouTube or the Lord call me home, it's allegedly. It's allegedly for everything on this platform. Alright? Let's go. Hold on this, sorry.
When you see the bad road in the community and you can't get water and light and the necessary thing you need, that is corruption.
Yeah,
so
man.
some people come out and defend and Joe and say, can just say them definitely don't have no sense.
Jamaica, including the Troy Bridge, which joins the communities of Northeast Manchester and
Talk
South
about
Trelawney, where they've been without that bridge for 2 years.
Come on.
A new bridge is projected to cost $160 million. Corruption costs the people of this country.
Of course, when I
Your
say
vote matters.
Listen to again.
$100 million US or
100 million
$15.4 billion Jamaican dollars in payments made by
Andrew, where is the 100 million US you get from this backside company? We want to know where is that money?
15.4 billion.
Where is that 100 million
Where
US
there?
you get from that backside company as a payoff, Andrew?
Where money there?
First man hear about this.
I first me hear about it too.
But Andrew say you deal with things. You're a real chopper, man. 100 million.
Iron and Alumina Production, CAP, a government entity, over a 4-year period, still cannot be accounted for. That money could have built bridges and rehabilitated roads across Jamaica, including the Troy Bridge, which joins the communities of Northeast Manchester and South Trelawney, where they've been without that bridge for 2 years. A new bridge is projected to cost $160 million. Corruption costs the people of this country. Your vote matters.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right.
Oh,
Tell about them.
God. Hey, you know what say? Me have to laugh if you get mad. When me start to think about all of the money them we unaccounted for, tax dollars them we unaccounted for, under this administration, my blood pressure go up. You know what say? Me I go sue Andrew Honest and the administration for post-traumatic stress disorder. Yeah, man. Me I go sue them, man. Yeah, man, because this is mental abuse. This is psychological abuse. What the JLP is putting me through and other Jamaicans. I don't know if the other Jamaicans they want to sue them, you know. But me feel like you sue them for traumatic. They might traumatize me. They are traumatizing me. And I'm being very, very serious. I'm not being funny right now. This is traumatizing, man. I me hear the general say for Mystic Sensation, Mr. Will Rattigan, the man said, Jamaica, me really sorry for you, you know. Because what is a government they are putting it through, you know. You know? Jano. Boy,
We're moving along. I want to just take in this here. Just take in this here. Come Angelo, come out, come talk.
Tell them, come off on my phone. Keep your negative to yourself.
Were it up to me, I am not a believer in the death penalty. But for this, I would make an exception. Anyone found with a gun should start with the death penalty.
No, hold on there. A man that is found with a gun, them should start with the death penalty. Then Andrew, a man that is proven to thief up the Jamaican tax dollars is an act of treason. Them even start with the death penalty there, so. Because one man with a gun is not as impactful as a leader where rob up the people in tax dollars and affect not only us but generations to come. So it is my belief, and we can clip this up, Gami, definitely I go clip it up. It is my belief, ladies and gentlemen, that Any government official that is caught, right, stealing the Jamaican tax dollars or is found guilty of illicit enrichment or is found guilty of misappropriating funds, nepotism, cronyism, right, giving them friends and family favorable contracts, they should start with the death penalty for punishment. They should put that in law. Because if Andrew Onis is going to be so, and I'm not disagreeing with him, you know, we just go off of his own logic. Because all of the other things that we mentioned is worse than being found with a gun. Right now in Trinidad, allegedly, the gang them over there war, and the government refuse to give the people them the opportunity to get guns to defend themselves when they're in the middle of the war. And I'm telling you right now, if I was in their position, me I find somewhere. Well then again, you know, say that I did back in the idea. Right now, me I work with God, you know. But if I was a normal citizen, we never believe in a God or no God, right? And just operate from a carnal mind, brother, me I find one gun, you know. Me I tell you that. Me have to get one gun somewhere, shape or form to defend my home and defend my property and defend my life and my people. In the middle of one gang war, some if it just be one sheep to slaughter. Eh? You're mad, man. You're mad. We don't know where you smoke. And then you go tell we say, if we found with gun to defend ourselves in a dangerous situation. Jamaica, we there in the middle of gang wars in Jamaica every day. Only need to loosen the gun license thing, brother. And stop make one select group of people have gun and know if you use gun. Jamaica need to be armed. Right now. Yeah. Jamaica need to be armed. No joke.
Watch it.
Crazy.
Keep your negative to yourself.
Were it up to me, I am not a believer in the death penalty. But for this, I would make an exception. Anyone found with a gun should start with the death penalty.
You know how much police are going to get locked up if we go with this? You know how much of them are get the death penalty? I mean, I talk about the corrupt one them, where allegedly I take gun and a plan for people, illegal gun. You know death penalty them are get. That one if you know him, I say. Make it continue.
Watch out, man. Remember, you know, then this is an organized crime. This look like I go in Jamaica from the top of the top. Because you know, the Andrew ones come out and say, no, we're bringing the gun. But because it's a one man, him not to watch a one man, him want to wait and bring down the entire organization. Seeing? And then they must say, anyone find with a gun should start with the death penalty. And this man come on social media, share and Andrew ones, you know, don't know him. You do it, you know, hey, you better take heed. All time people say, not take you sleep, I'm at death.
We will not be tricked.
Are there members of my party who have been written to for this crime of illicit enrichment? My straight answer is that I have asked as far and as wide. I have gotten that response from everyone. But as far as I have been told, no.
Stop it. Get some help.
You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie.
Ain't nobody lying.
Embarrassing.
He needs some milk.
You know, sister, that bitch for God prison, man. That bitch for that, the brother for in custody.
It is sad that I have to say it publicly, but the misinformation in the society is at a dangerous level.
God, no, me not lie, brother. Starting with you, cause deliver a misinformation when you come out with as the Prime Minister Andrew. Me not tell no lie, brother. You should have.
Exactly. Started with the Imani administration. The amount of misinformation with freedom flag that they have put out. The amount of lie with G2K tell. Eh? The amount of lie with Vegas tell. Start with Uno. The amount of lie with them tell. What you talk about?
Disqualify. You should not have a phone. You should disqualify from using a phone. I don't know why Digital and Flow don't ban you from using a phone. Because they use it to put out be misinformation and mislead the nation. This is bad. You ask far and wide, and the simple answer is no when you on an investigation, brother. No, man, this must be a movie.
Peter Bunting had the crime going up. JP have the crime going down. Look on the blood clot lion pussy.
It is sad that I have to say it publicly, but the misinformation in the society is at a dangerous level.
No matter how much YouTube and TikTok negative video they're going to make, the facts are that this government
Can't take the salary increase. So my salary is as it was before. Rather tell you something, I feel like just give back up.
Because I use it to put out be misinformation and mislead the nation. This is bad. You ask far and wide, and the simple answer is no when you on an investigation, brother. No, man.
JP have the crime going down. Look on the blood clot lion pussy.
Oh God.
That is funny, honey.
Listen.
That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
There's things we can't say on YouTube, but the statistics when them a push out about crime, using the brain and using the observation and using the intuition, and when you don't analyze, you believe say all like people and we I get unalive I get reported. You believe that? But that's I ask one question, Do you guys believe that the statistics when them put out is accurate? You believe that? Let me tell you this, man. All you want a couple soldier friend and couple police friend. And reasoning with them. And they will tell you what really are going here. You remember good. What Granny say? When fisherman go see and tell you how sea stay, believe him. So when police and soldier tell you what's really going on behind the scenes, we believe them. Enough said.
It is sad that I have to say it publicly, but the misinformation in the society is at a dangerous level.
No matter how much YouTube and TikTok negative video they're going to make, the facts are that this government
That is funny, honey.
No.
That is funny.
Hey, whoever make this bad.
So my salary is as it was before. Rather tell you something, I feel like just give back up.
No,
it is sad that I have to say it.
This bridging is very dangerous.
But the misinformation in the society is at a dangerous level.
You're hungry.
Tell them, come on.
Yo, my viewers and subscribers, it's because I'm poor hungry. Look at the bridging life. What a life. Useful. Hey, anyway, I want to play something with Peter Phillips. He did a bunch of fire upon Darrell Valls. But a lot of stuff. And Darrell Valls come out and I say, Peter Phillips, bad man. Andrew have a style to say, people bad man.
True.
It's a labor right trend.
It's a trend.
Now listen to this.
To rescue Jamaica from a blight that is upon us now. And this blight is the blight of poor governance. Literally, there has been a rape, a theft of public resources that has been going on from the very first months of this Jamaica Labour Bank.
The man say, the moment Andrew Wallace
for the very first months,
at the set moment in start thief.
Damn.
And I sell out the Jamaica asset.
Wow.
The man say, the same day Andrew wanna step in foot in the office, at the same day man make deal upon Jamaica asset.
Wow.
And listen, not my word.
Damn.
And just this week, in the actions of the Prime Minister and the government, we have seen once again what can only be described as contempt for the people and for their concerns. The Prime Minister indicated that in effect, the only sanction that he's applying to the minister without portfolio in the Ministry of Economic Growth,
Darrell Vance,
and Job Creation, is to adjust his portfolio responsibilities. With the greatest of respect to the Prime Minister and to everyone else, the change in portfolio responsibilities cannot be perceived as a sanction.
Not at all.
Prime Ministers change ministers' portfolios all the while.
Yeah, that's not a sanction.
It is not a penalty for anything.
Exactly.
Put him
But
somewhere
what
else.
is particularly reflective of this day.
Yeah, I'm not gonna hear Darrell Vance come say after I hear this.
There is absolutely no sanction being imposed on a minister.
Yeah.
Who has been involved, first of all, in the pushing scandal. And that.
And me I tell a man if he wasn't subscribed as a fax. Peter Phillips at all. Remember Peter Phillips that warned about Andrew Jones and we see it unfold in front of we. We can't deny it.
Wow.
Peter Phillips that warned about Andrew Jones from them time.
Wow.
So from the moment Andrew Jones step in foot in the office, he start make deal on the asset of Jamaica. Peter Phillips that warned me. So I didn't at the same time him I warn about Darrell Vance too, you know. But we know see for Darrell Vance cause it that unfold. So we are lookout. But hear this.
No worry, man.
Had as a country.
No worry, man. You not have to look out, man. Cause you see, Pastor Peter Chambers done send a warning to Darrell Vance already, you know. Me play the video. Me do a reaction to it. Yes, a serious word. Thus saith the Lord. Darrell Vance get. And recently me play Mr. Mackenzie. Him get serious word too. So, you know really normal. You know really normal. You know really normal at all, people.
After his government, the Jamaica Labour Party government, has had the Petrogram, mother of all scandals. After we have had the Nessal scandal. After we have had the scandal at the Caribbean Maritime University. After we are seeing now the continuation of that approach at the St. Anne Municipal Corporation.
And I know the scandal is stopping up Peter Phillips. The scandal leave from scandal and turn garbage bag.
What the hell?
Anita Wagwan.
Oh my God, no way.
The scandal leave from scandal bag and turn garbage bag.
Where the mayor is not only setting up electrical charge station for himself, but as reported in the newspapers this morning, there is an issue of the theft of the misuse of government lands.
Yes, I'm here. See,
for a personal private corporation.
See, Peter Phillips, I tell you now, from them time,
the Prime Minister seeks to make against this background is that he took account of these changes. It is a blot on Jamaica. It reflects a view that the people have, that the entire purpose of the government.
Mr. Peter Phillips, I one way, I will shut him off. We not listen to him when he do that talk, because everybody say this young youth come and get so jiggy and say, oh, a young man come now, so him think like we, so he might give what we want, and him come tell the things them, you go sleep with the door open, and him go the first 100 days, what more do, and him do nothing. Because them young people them believe in him. And if we top it off, him take off him clocks and walk in the riverbed barefoot, want to tell the people them say, me only up on the same level. I say when they want thief them come in soft and nice. That thief in pussy.
Is to take the public's funds and to use the powers of government
Listen.
as if they are the personal domain.
Listen.
Personal puppet.
When you see saying use the money and buy band. Peter Phillips said that warn me from the man stepping at the office. The man decide to start thief. Seeing? And the girl them like, you know, another girl them getting, the girl them like, the girl that fly out. So through the girl that fly out and book up the market one. And you know the market girl them staying and you know the market girl them come down a town.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
That is funny, honey. That's funny. Oh my God, that is funny.
Emotional damage.
But you must know what me I talk about. When you go down a town on a Saturday and book up the market girl, come on now.
To be exercised for the personal benefit of the Jamaica Labour Party, and it is not acceptable to the People's National Party, and we are going to continue to operate on the basis that sanctions must be applied. This minister was not only named in the problem with pushing, but was named in relation to the disgraceful sale of Jamaican people's assets.
You know here? The man a one way, you know? And whenever that girl listen to his team, you don't see man that one way. You don't see it unfold in our eye now. What not talk about?
The rooms, hotel standard. And then now he's named again the Hollywell standard.
And Peter for this, just to make it know my boss. In Ghana, the beryllium scandal, you know. And in Ghana, NCB scandal, you know. Hey, me tell you, send a scandal back again, Peter Phillips, return garbage bag.
Indicated that if he did not get back his visa,
Pamela, me see you,
he would resign. There has been no resignation.
Barbara, stay so.
The Prime Minister cannot decide it. Jamaica needs to know if an investigation has been carried out in relation to Hollywell. Jamaica needs to know what would be the results of that investigation. Jamaica needs to hear from the Prime Minister of the country what standards he's going to apply. This concurrence is taking place after one minister has had to resign.
No, sir. They can't do so much. Hey, Mr. Bun, hey, Peter, no, my general. Omar Davis, no, my general. There's no way one man do so much. One man name call up on so much foolishness. Backside. Now him say, him a go take time off and take it to the streets for Andrew Honest. So they wouldn't take third.
Embarrassing. He needs some milk.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right.
Oh my God.
Tell about them.
All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Yo, we have to take bad things make joke. Yo, backside.
From the Minister of Energy, and they were defense same way. Another minister has been charged and is before the courts. This can't go so.
It can't go so.
Them man are different.
I want a space in come from the bar. I'm scrolling through YouTube. I'm book up Andre, one video with Andre, where some lady come out and I talk about in the 80s, in a freedom place with them there. The Labour Right Party was a local raping party, go around and rape people.
Pause, YouTube. The views and opinions of Talking My TV is not necessarily that of my own, and the video that is about to play right now is definitely speculation. It cannot be corroborated, but we're gonna hear what the people have to say. Lord Jesus, Bangarang, where's that while ago? Why? You say get dangerous I know.
Gang. Rape people and burn down their house. That's thing to do.
What?
Rape people and burn down their house.
What you say?
Go in and people, kick out people, do and take them that and raping gang. I'm a tough fuck. I gonna make you hear where Darrell Vaz say. They make you hear some people who is a victim of this raping saga that go on. And the virgin from America where them claim say born in Jamaica. So here where Darrell Vaz have to say.
Yeah, make you hear where Darrell Vaz.
Yes, man, where Peter Phillips just done say. Peter Phillips about him now. Here where him have to say so.
I thought it prudent to respond to what I saw Peter Phillips do on television last night at a meeting of the councillors and councillor caretakers who are going to run in the next election due shortly. And I realized that the same pattern of 2016 was coming true to form. In 2016, he targeted Andrew Honest and his house.
But as you say, I never did lie. When Peter Phillips target Andrew Honest, I did the right target.
Exactly. I don't like say, I like a target. If a man know where he know, he know where he know. And now we know, same didn't know where he know. Based off of the Integrity Commission report, we know. But there's more to know. And it look like they don't want we know. They know what them know. You know? Okay.
Come to life, if that manifests to be true, that means a year doesn't need to unfold now, but time is the master because watch this.
God and time.
And one is the things they would have the DP in a theme corner.
God and time.
That move her up.
God and
that
time.
Move her up, and what more people are getting move up to.
God
so
and
year
time.
does it now, soon exposed.
Yeah, man.
God
in relation to innuendos, rumors, and created a big controversy and a stir, trying to get away from the facts. And now, yesterday, I realized that the same pattern, just a different person, different time. Truth be told, he is a...
And remember, there's an alleged cold case trapped in the closet. There's an alleged cold case
Wagwan, Miss ER, what's going on with you?
And all of these things are resurface. Do good and good will follow you.
Yeah.
The same way we spread, it you go lie down in it. Even if you drink rum and stay up for one night, one day you go lie down in it.
You remember good?
There's a cold case inside of the closet.
Yeah, man.
Where a lot of people come out and talk about. Don't bother think them not going to resurface. Because people know about these cases.
Political despot. On top of which, he's bad-minded. And I'm not going to...
So what kind of language is now if you come out a politician mouth? I talk about bad mind. That's the same thing me and Andrew want to step on. This bad mind thing. We want to get these talk.
Yeah, what would it mean?
About people bad mind.
When bad mind for?
When on extort, everything we do on extort, that's how I get paid. On extortion and call it and get paid different from how Andrew said about Jamaican asset. So when I come and talk about bad mind, we're not all the madman in our extort. I remember the madman pay a taxi and go buy something in GCT. So the madman in our extort.
God,
and I talk about people bad mind. Come on now. Come on now. No bad now, but what kind of language is not used as politician?
Yeah, I not understand, bro.
Not just a work of the corporation. Not just one criminal gang.
Allow anybody to use me as their political scapegoat in this upcoming election. And therefore, what I have put is the facts, and I challenge him to deny what I have said is true and to answer to the people. My words to Peter Phillips as of today is hop off from the fender. Because if you believe it when go like 2016, it's not. I'm going to defend my reputation and I'm going to show you up for what you are. And that is a bad mind. And as I've said before, bad mind is something you're born with. It can't change. And Jamaica people know that. And that's why he will never see.
That means say, well, in the parliament, bad mind then. Because all on our thief of taxpayer money and the citizens not get none. They want to pay a raise up on our thief. I own a bad mind.
Master God.
If nobody for bad mind, I own a bad mind. I own a bad mind the citizen. Own a bad mind the citizen.
Jamaica House.
What do you think he chose to speak about that though?
Well, fact of the matter is I would have thought that at a meeting like that, he would have dealt with strategies and he would have also addressed in a very serious way the recent corruption at the Manchester Municipal Corporation. But that wasn't on his mind. What was on his mind was to, as usual, target people, speak about them without...
So why I'm going to bring up the corruption now we're speaking of? The corruption we are talking about, bring it up back now. Like how Andrew has gone back 18 years. Go on back for the corruption and bring it up back. The corruption we are talking about, my boss, go on back for it and bring it up back. Because Andrew has go back 18 years now. So you can go back for this year and bring it up back. Oh, listen some more.
Any truth or any basis, and then hope that that is enough of a distraction that will take him to the promised land. But it won't, because Tom drunk, but Tom no fool. And I've said that before, and I'll say it again.
Just remember this word. Tom drunk, but Tom no fool. This time around, the table turn. Tom drunk, but Tom no fool. The Island Gas Company come out and talk to them find aisle.
Hey,
and then we start commercializing.
Do some commercializing. Me not get to cover that story, but I have to cover it. Yo, after the man come out and talk about saying the island there, yo, the Elvas, yo, watching me start, watching me come and talk about that.
This thing, you come out and say nothing go so. You would have been the first one to bring this happy news.
I know when you're not from
happy news.
I
when
know.
Peter Phillips accused you of corruption from them time here. You know if you stop smoking the weed that come from Canada.
Peter Phillips, I can tell you, I see it, understand exactly what he's going to be trying in this election, but it won't work with me. And I challenge anybody to find any adverse trace in any report that has been done on me.
Yeah.
Both in my time from 2007 to 11 and my 4 years to now.
Want to be on 2000. Like from in the 80s come up. Like how the Integrity Commission now buck up on some things with
buck up in ya.
Statutory declaration.
Buck up in ya.
So they want to go back far because the wedding there was a fish fry. They didn't want to turn the wedding into a fish fry.
Yeah, remember good no man?
It looked too bad, so them changed their mind. So they couldn't bother turning a fish fry. So if you ever talk about that, there's a lot of rumors that go around about a cold case with the lady daughter named Cheney daughter, allegedly Cheney daughter. But daddy, if you listen to me, I want you to come with the people them hear this here again. About that little girl they go look at in the culvert. And you say you did daddy and see daddy, check in. We'll listen some more. Be careful of the cold case them in the closet. Because they're gonna resurface.
Yes, and I will allow any agency of government that is required to publicly disclose whatever information that is requested of them, because I have nothing to hide. I am not a career politician. I came to serve and I don't intend to stay forever. I came to do and make sure that I leave Jamaica a better place for my kids and my grandkids than I had it.
So you only want to do it for your kids
and your grandkids.
Yo,
you see that? So I'm to the rest of Jamaica. So I'm to everybody else. I just you're putting them alone for alright. Come out from the horse's mouth. What a bangarang.
Because if we are pay on I want to thief up money. You want Jamaica for make Jamaica for better for your kids.
The views and opinions of Talking My TV is not necessarily that of my own. I said that already.
Kids, they are grandkids. Jamaican people not here. In the same one, Jamaica for better for the Jamaican citizen, you know.
Yeah, man, you want the better for Jamaica. Kids. Yeah.
So you know, if you had a specific nothing. But because these people don't care about Jamaican people. So you only want Jamaica for better. To feed kids and feed grandkids. On a year, not my word.
Remember good.
This is the guy saying it.
He might say, you know, part of the... He might bring up the fact that your roles have been changed. The Prime Minister changed your roles.
Listen, some people call it a promotion, some people call it a demotion. They can call it whatever it is. The fact is that the Prime Minister has the right to change, and I have the right to accept or deny. He has made a change and I have accepted it. And any day that I don't feel or don't have the passion to serve, I have plenty other options. So again, nobody going to draw me into anything as it relates to what the Prime Minister has done and why he has done that. That is privilege between he and I, discussions, and the fact that he has done what he has done and I have accepted it. The rest is history. One thing you know is that I perform wherever I go, and maybe that is also a part of why I'm being targeted.
Of course, then if you perform for your kids and your grandkids, then people must start praying. If it's so selfish, I perform only for your kids and grandkids, then people don't go pray about it.
Emotional damage!
That nigga is about look a raping part of Jamaica Labour Party in Jamaica.
And you gotta tell him no. You got to tell him no. I did. I did. See, I got the receipts for everything I'm telling you. And
criminal gang, I'm not telling you no. I want to listen to this.
Hold on then. No, we can't go this. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen. Boy, Peter Phillips, Jano, Darrell Vaz, you look good. Andrew Honest. You look good, brother. You look good. You look good. People tell me what to think about that clippings there. I well serious. You understand? Big up Talking My TV. Alright, make we go to the next clip, ladies and gentlemen. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. It's your brother Bolo V&R. Yes, let's go.
But speak about achievements in comparison to what the PNP did.
It's reported that Prime Minister Sir Alexander Bustamante visited the parish along with the Commissioner of Police and head of the Jamaica Defense Force. Bustamante is reported to have declared, bring in all Rastas, dead or alive, to cultists held on murder charge. A gang of Rastafarians launched a Holy Thursday rampage that left 8 men killed, 4 hacked to death and 4 shot, in the Coral Gardens area of Rose Hall Estate, 10 miles from Montego Bay.
Presentation on the 21st of March 2017, I committed to making an apology for what has come to be commonly referred to as the Coral Gardens incident.
Oh, so ladies and gentlemen, me glad say that clippings you clip up, you hear it from the horse's mouth. The JLP has apologized to, been apologized to the rest of them for the Karagadi incident. One of the greatest human rights atrocities, human rights violations in the history of the Caribbean. Outside of slavery, outside of actual slavery, that are one of the greatest human rights violations that they do to the rest of them. They were targeted because of who they are and what them look like. No other reason. Them just never liked them. Them not trouble nobody, you know. Them not harm no kids, they not harm nobody, you know. Just because they not like them. They were a thorn. And you have to understand the time, you know. And the type of people we are talking. We are talking about people that was, how should I put it? Still had remnants of the slave master. You know them house slave there. Are people that feel like say them want slave master to because of their color? Yes. Mr. Bustamante, yes. Evil individual. And see them coming up in a parliament because it's widely talked about. As a matter of fact, the rest of them allegedly supposed to get some money promised to them and they did not get it allegedly. That is also another travesty in itself. They got no reparations from the Jamaica Labour Party for that wickedness that was done to them. And some of them live right now same way and they have post-traumatic stress disorder. That government, JLP, them have a dark history. A very dark history. No joke.
One which occurred at a time in our history when our society was more reflective.
And any Rasta who's a member of this party, you don't need for trim.
Yes, I agree with you. I have stood on that hill. No real Rasta not supposed to vote for JLP. And no real Rasta pitney not supposed to vote for JLP. And if you love Rasta, you're not supposed to vote for JLP. Period. Period. There's no conversation. You know how long it take them to apologize to the rest of them? And then still not give them no reparations? Hey. I'm telling you, man.
Any Rasta support a party here, you don't need for trim.
Trim, no.
And the sisters cut off and the locks a backer.
Right away.
Drinks like soda backer.
Remember
like
me tell you
backer,
that.
beer backer.
Right now.
Any Rasta in the party, I don't need for trim.
Trim, brother.
Disgrace.
Disgraceful.
The ancestors, them.
What you mean?
With this criminal
no history, brother. No history.
Rasta in the bars. Rasta if you put on frack. Rasta if you hide in a mattress. Rasta if you hide in a trunk bed. Rasta if you dress up like a woman. To save their life.
To save their life.
Rasta join a party and need to cut off in the locks with
right away, bro. No joke.
Of the colonial era. Mr. Speaker, violence flared up at Coral Guards, leading to the death of civilians and the security officers, significant personal injuries, and destruction of property. This has been a source of pain, of great pain and hurt for the Rastafarian community, and generated bitterness and resentment over the years. Mr. Speaker, the incident stands out as an example of the use of violence by the state against its citizens.
You hear that? The JLP use violence against the citizens. Yes, a them do it. And a PNP do it. A them do it. Well documented. So you remember good. Don't ever forget. That's why we say any Rasta we vote with them a people or support them a people. Yo, you don't know phone history, man. You weak. You need to go trim, brother. No joke, but I'm a ballad and I say that. Tell me, I tell you that.
I remember when I do it on a Tivoli again, you know. And I remember when I do it on a Tivoli. So that is not the only time when I do it. When I do it at Tivoli.
Okay.
One time I do one Dodos. When I do it at Tivoli. I don't remember.
You don't forget.
One time things could have angered different way. But because you know killy. And I do it again. So this government, this criminal organization, they operate as a government. They show no, them true colours before. And as them say, nothing is new under the sun. And I hear Andrew when they say, film thing. Any man found with a gun, death penalty. So I must know when him say that. At the same thing when Armstrong did come out and say show to kill. At the same thing him say, but in a different way. Remember, context matter. Isaac Buchanan say it, you know.
Yep.
Context matter.
Yep.
So the same thing what Armstrong say, him say, not in so many words. But I want to hear about the raping season of the Jamaican Labour Party in the 80s.
A lot of people got this kind of abuse in life.
Hold on, I don't know if I want it. May I go with this thing. May I go with it.
1980 and listen, a lot of those JLP came out and do these attacks on PMP, and a lot of people are afraid to tell their stories. And I want them to know these attacks did happen. That's what they used to go out and do. I witnessed a lot of things. Yes, I witnessed a lot of things. I witnessed women running out of their bed, knocking down my mother's door at night because they were attacked.
What?
Or there's one time I really witnessed this man was peeing at the corner of Anna Street and Blunt Street right there. They just came and shot him in the head for no reason. He was walking and peeing at the same time. Yes, this lady, I know her name and everything. There was an old lady in her 70s sleeping in her bed. They go in, they rape the lady and shoot the lady and actually shoot off one of her arms. And that night she could not come out of her bed because she was afraid until morning is light. They did a lot of those things. They used to go in and rape women and children, shoot, kill, do all manner of evil things. Yes,
guys, this is all alleged. Lord have mercy. Oh God. YouTube. Forgive me for the colorful words. This is a testimony. The views and opinion expressed by the person speaking is not necessarily that of Bolo V&R, not of my own or any of my platforms. Bolo V&R 2.0, Bolo V&R clips. Not my word. Mighty God.
I'm telling you, Mr. Edward Siaga, this is what I'm saying. Mr. Edward Siaga used to use those people from Tivoli Garden.
Bisao, me backside. Oh my God, this one gone.
Something not right, my wisdom warriors. Something is not right. Tell about them.
What should I say? Jesus Christ, I'm afraid. I'm afraid, brother.
And surrounding the PMP area to win the election. He used to have those gunmen. Why you think he used to do so much for those neighborhoods than he used to do for other neighborhoods? He used to do those things. We know it. I remembered clearly as daylight. My mom called me to the TV and pointed to the TV and said, listen to what this man, Mr. Edward Siaga, was saying. If he did not get Jamaica, he was going to lock it down tighter than sardine tin to threaten people. I'm sure it's still, I'm sure you could Google and pull it up. If he did not get Jamaica, he was going to lock it down tighter than sardine tin. I was very, very young, and I remember it. Yes, it's true. And for that man to go into a school and fold his hand, what reason you have to go into a school and stand over these young children and have people praying? What kind of silent threat is that? Jamaicans need to be very careful.
Oh, hi, Andre. How are you today?
Boy, darling, this is too much on me. I never expect...
Yeah, now?
What you saying now?
In addition to what the lady was talking about...
Yes.
This is the raping... Hey, you know, can go over Andre, Steve, and go watch your full video. This is the raping period of the Jamaica Labour Party in the 80s. Then go around and rape. There was a raper.
I experienced it, but...
So, like this, boy, I never see smoke without fire. That is why Dela Ratchet wouldn't want to release the sex offender registry. Boy, look away.
Being with people, even last night we were together on Bible study together.
Yes.
Now, this person I'm talking about, she's a professor now somewhere in the States, in a Bible college. She was living in that Tivoli Garden area, or Trench Town, and they kicked off the door. Get inside the house to destroy his parent, but apparently they weren't at home. So the elder sister, she hid in the ceiling. And when they were about to destroy the younger sister, the elder sister jumped from the ceiling and said Kill me instead.
Whoa.
And they chopped her to death.
Jesus Christ.
And the younger sister escaped. And she didn't have anywhere to live. They burned the house
Yeah, man,
down.
hey. Pamela, I love what people may say, man.
somebody a dog. And they burnt the house down. And the sister was living on the street picking up bottles, selling bottles. She said she had been raped several times by the gangsters.
Jesus Christ.
And I hear them something, huh? Where the labor them going in the 80s.
She got the privilege to go to America.
Wow.
She doesn't have
And
any
them bringing this
children
raping thing in Jamaica.
of what she had been through. She was good for nothing to have children, but now she is a minister of the gospel.
Them bringing this raping thing in
She's a professor
Jamaica.
at college. It's true. It's true. They raped. She said she was on the street picking up bottles every day, nowhere to live. So every day she's raped. Every night she's raped by these guys. I just called to, to strengthen her that she's not alone, but this too will pass. It will take her a while to get over, but she will get over it.
I don't listen to these people. These people are headline now. I be a headline I'm talking now.
In the mind of these people, and I really have compassion for them, but these things are true, so...
Upon Andre Stephen program, watch it to them, listen to them, watch it direct today.
I remember the
listen to this.
It was very bad. That election was very bad. I live in Springbank. And there was a family in the Rio Grande Valley.
Yes.
That they went there and they killed the father and 2 sons.
What?
And killed the father and 2 sons. I remember the election night when I took in my voter box from Springbank. They killed a man right at my foot. And I had to run for my life. I had to run from the courthouse here in Port Antonio where NCB Bank is now. I was to run from there, go through all the gullies to reach Springbank where I was from. It was a very bad election, and I am praying and hoping that this election that is coming up is not like in the 80s. Yes,
wow.
Yes, sir, kill a father. Sunday when we went to a place named Barrydale to the funeral, it was pure mourning. 3 captives in the church. When the JLP them 10 people got killed them. It was a terrible election. It was a terrible 80s. And I'm telling you, I pray and trust this election that is coming up, just like they did in the 80s. And it will be weeping and mourning and gnashing up. It was all over the island. It was in Portland. I remember one man named Coach drop on my foot. And I have to hold on in my brother's waist when after me let off the ballot box. Hold in my brother trousers waist that he don't run leave me. Go back to Springbank where me live.
Wow.
A lot of people.
So, and them a plan to do it again. Me see Darrell Vaz say him a go quit from office and go in the street go fight for this election. So when these people are talking them things as subliminal message them send out, I just ask some question. Because remember the Labour Party known for these type of things, And me tell you say me see the Prime Minister going to be assistant.
No, ladies and gentlemen, I never know these things and I don't know if these things are true. These are people telling them testimony. But if these things are true, and let me say this again, this is all alleged. Do I believe it's true? Yes. Yes. In the street, the wickedness of the Jamaica Labour Party has been documented or spoken of in the street. Not Jamaica now hide, Somebody knows somebody, we know 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 somebody. People talk. So, in the street of hearsay, a lot of dark things have been said about the Jamaica Labour Party. A lot of dark things. Similar to what we just heard a while ago. So do I believe it to be true? Yes. Do I know it to be a fact? No. But I can say this. The recent comments from Everald Warmington, I've spoken about this already. The recent comments from Desmond Mackenzie, I've spoken about it already. I know Darrell Vaz, talking about him allegedly retire from office, figure fight for this election in the street. What do you mean by that? And his stinking eye street say, allegedly Darrell Vaz is a certain type of person. Jamaica, if only not say, we have fight for democracy. I don't know what to tell you. I really don't. We are in a very, very serious time in our history. So, let me know what you think in our comment section. And what are you gonna do? Have you thought about it? Are you just gonna sit back and not vote? I'm telling you already, my best advice, stop guard rally them. Stop wear orange. Stop wear any other color but green. Just stop. Stop. And if you are green and you want to change to orange, stop. Stop where the color them from now. Stop guard these conferences and them something there. Stop. You know look good. Something right. The dark ways of the Jamaica Labour Party. Allegedly, I think I snap. Might be rearing its ugly head again. And this is what the feeling of the Jamaican people is, as they have expressed there on a very big platform in Andre Stevens. 15,000, 25,000, 10,000 people in our chat. Very big platform. And you could have heard the emotions from the lady a while ago. She was crying. And I don't think that she's lying. Okay. Somebody came in my chat laughing like there's something to laugh about. So, goodbye. Goodbye. WG, whatever your name is. Goodbye. Never to type in my chat again. Wow. Nothing to laugh about here, ladies and gentlemen. Nothing to laugh about here. This was in the 80s, you know? Oh, Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. And Jamaica has a dark history overall. Port Royal. Same type of things was happening there. Same type of things. Just immoral. Hey, may I tell you say, you see Almighty I come. If you come make a serious statement. Almighty I come put his foot in a Jamaica. Spiritually, me I talk about. The people, them all get. You can imagine the Almighty I put his foot in a Jamaica. How great the shake is going to be. Yeah, man, people heart are gonna reach them bottom of them belly, man. Who will if you see it? It's coming. The judgment is coming. Because we have people like that where I go make such a comment with laughing emojis like we're talking about something funny after what we just hear a while ago. Heartless individuals. You understand? Yeah, man. Father God. Me? Say it already, you know. Me, I'm not void of judgment. And whatever my judgment is, me know say I serve a just God. So any judgment me get, me deserve it. Straight. But when I tell you Jamaica, it's gonna be bitter before it is sweet. Judgment will come from the Almighty, not gonna man. Not gonna man. Tell me what you think in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Wow. 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 We just feel like, you know, Me I try to find the clip. Oh crap. This worth the 8 minutes. Hold on there. This worth the 8 minutes. I can't believe I find that clip here. Cheese and peas. God is good. Me find the clip, the whole clip and nothing but the clip. So help the clip. So the clip with the clip with the snip. People, me find it, you know? Got him! Me need that clip, yeah? Personally. Forever and ever and ever. Alright?
Agree with you, but you certainly make your case for the legitimacy of what you're doing very well.
Alright, pause. Go back. Speed it up. Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, it's your brother Bolo V&R. And this is for documentation purposes, right? Fair use, fair use. It says how the CIA and Edward Seaga destroyed Jamaica. Let's play the clip.
Agree with you, but you certainly make your case for the legitimacy of what you're doing very well.
Let's take a look at some of the things which Lewis had to say, and we'll let you comment ever so often on this, okay? What, in the years that you've been publishing it, do you think are some of your most significant revelations? Are there some stories that even shocked you?
Well, I think one of the big stories that we were able to document in some detail was the whole scope of CIA activities, similar to what the CIA did in Chile, and which was documented by the Senate Select Committee, was the whole covert action program in Jamaica in between 1976 and 1980. And we did a great deal of research into that, and we discovered in many ways a very similar program, almost a classic model that was followed along the lines of what they did in Chile, including three major categories: military, paramilitary activity, the use of propaganda in the media, and the third one, which was economic warfare, using the multilateral organizations, the International Monetary Fund and others, to withhold loans which had been promised to the Jamaican government. This is one example.
What are a couple more of the details of that? You particularly mentioned those first two examples of actual paramilitary activity the CIA was involved in Jamaica.
There was a fire, for example, that took place in Jamaica of an old people's home. I think 150 old and infirmed women, many of them blind, were living in this home. And as it turned out, the place burned down in the space of about 8 minutes, 7 or 8 minutes. It was discovered that the phone wires had been cut, and that their exits had all been blocked. Even those who could see their way out could not get out. And that the means by which the fire was set was the use of a petroleum jelly, which was unavailable in Jamaica. This was one indication, among others, that there was outside help. Why would the CIA, you might ask, why would the CIA want to murder 150 old women? It was because it was an effort, part of a very large-scale effort to discredit the government in Jamaica, which was at the time headed by Michael Manley, the Prime Minister. There were images produced of Michael Manley in the media, in the Daily Gleaner, which was the newspaper which the United States, through the CIA, helped to support. And there is a good deal of evidence of that. There were images of Michael Manley showing a death mask. I mean, it was his face which had been somehow made to look like a death mask, although it was pretending to be a photograph of him. And there were many ways to try and discredit him. This is very, very similar, in fact, to what the CIA did to try and discredit Salvador Allende in Chile. If you remember, Richard Nixon instructed the CIA in a meeting, which was in 1970 in the White House, and there was a document in the Senate report which is reprinted, and he said, "Make the economy scream." Those were his words. And that's, of course, what the CIA proceeded to do in Chile, and that's what they also did in Jamaica.
They also furnished a lot of munitions and assistance to the terrorist squads that were going around killing people in the cities and also in the countryside in Jamaica as well.
That's correct.
Well, John, you had a trip down to Jamaica, and you saw a lot of these things about Jamaica with your own eyes, right?
Yes, indeed. A very moving, a very interesting trip to me to see a target country at a time in the height of a CIA operation when I was completely outside. So there's no way that I could see the problem that journalists have always had when the U.S. government was targeting on a country in a situation, trying to destabilize it, overthrow, or manipulate the elections or whatever, of trying to figure out what's going on when you don't have access to all of the flow of cables and the discussions in National Security Council meetings and whatnot for the planning. I observed that from published information, the CIA station there was quite large for that size of a country. It was huge, in fact. It was bigger than any station I knew of in Africa, although Jamaica was a fairly small island with 2 million people. That's typical of when the CIA has got a big operation going in a place, they beef up the station and beef up the offices back stateside. The tone and flow of articles in The Cleaner was, of course, as Lou says, definitely a chapter out of Chile or a chapter out of the Angolan operation. Every indication of a massive CIA operation going to destabilize the government, to make the economy scream, and in that case, I would say that probably someone got promoted for that one, probably several people.
Because Manley was run out of office.
It worked.
By a legitimate...
without a scandal, without an assassination, without the things that have caused the CIA so much grief, Manley, a champion of social democracy, of giving the people a piece of the pie, was thrown out of office, and an arch-capitalist was put in office. And again, there was minimal adverse publicity. Lou Wolf and the others were studying the situation and did publish about what was going on, but it was not published in the New York Times and the Washington Post, and the big television networks didn't do studies on it, primarily because even if the journalists of the big organs knew what was happening and might have wanted to, they really just, because of the secrecy, couldn't get the truth about what the United States was doing. One interesting thing was that the effectiveness of the liars in our government, the duplicity. When we formed the CIA, we committed our leaders to having two policies, as Lou says, the rhetoric, the public statements, and the truth about what United States policy is. So an interesting measure of presidents is how effectively they lie. Interesting discussions that occur inside the CIA is about lying. Would you lie? You're the DDO and you're going to testify to the Senate. And serious discussions. Are you going to lie? Because if you do, it's perjury and there's a chance you could go to jail. And yet, the organization expects you to lie. President Carter was one of the most effective liars I have ever watched on television and through the media. As a poker player, man, I would never go up against that man. He could look at that camera and say things that obviously he knew were completely and totally false. And I would study his expression and I could detect nothing except occasionally a little wisp of a smile that wasn't consistent with what he was saying. Like he thought it was funny. But one of his more classic...
actually.
Yeah, well, the smile that I was referring to wasn't that. It was just a kind of like he was repressing a grin, like he thought it was funny. How he rationalized these things, I don't know. But one of his most conspicuous lies was when he sat down with Manley just a few weeks before the elections in Washington and told him face to face that the CIA, don't have the CIA doing anything to destabilize you or your government. We have no such program going, when obviously he did. And he pulled it off to the point where even Manley was troubled. Very effective liar.
Yep. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There you have it. There you have it. Siaga. Names keep popping up. Michael Manley. What he was trying to do. It seems as if allegedly, I think I snapped. There were powers that be that did not appreciate Jamaica being a sovereign state, one that was not dependent on nobody else, that could operate within themselves and be friends with whoever they wanted to be friends with.
Ace Josh 777 subscribe to the channel.
It seems as if somebody did not want that to happen, ladies and gentlemen. And allegedly, they went above and beyond to make sure that it didn't happen. Can you imagine burning down a house with elderly people in it? What kind of monster does something like that? Just to discredit a man that is in political power. Allegedly, I think I snapped. So he may lose credibility. When you hear Andrew Holness say, allegedly, that he will do anything to win, do not take that lightly, ladies and gentlemen. Given the alleged history that this political party has, allegedly, some of the allegations against them are, my God, as we just saw a while ago. And then when you look at some of the actual things that they actually did that can be proven, it's still, oh my God. So these guys, for any well-thinking individual out there, one, in my opinion, should never be trusted. Two, should never be voted for ever again. I could give you 1,000 reasons to never support the Jamaica Labour Party ever again in the history of your life. 1,000 reasons. But there are so many that could be in the top 10. Trust me. So, with that said, that's my time. I gotta get ready for work. Today was a long day, given my phone wasn't working when I woke up. It threw me off. And I'm still grateful that, I got this live stream done. And I'm still grateful for the people that actually came and, viewed the content. And shout out to the people that will watch the replay. Thank you guys so much for your time. That is my time. And yeah, we're going to get up out of here. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, all right? Let's get it out of here like this. This one right here is legendary, man. Legendary. Hold on. Get this ad out of it.
World is such a and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in an ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a gimme. Everybody back off. Everybody's like, you taught that from school, everywhere. Big business. You want to be successful? You want to be like Trump? Gimme, push, step, crush. That's how it all is. And it's like, nobody ever stopped. Just, I feel like, instead of us just being like, slavery's bad, bad whitey. I mean, all right, let's stop that. And everybody's smart enough to know that, we've been slighted. And we want ours. And I don't mean by, like, ours, 40 acres and a mule, because we passed that. But we need help. For us to be on our own 2 feet, us meaning youth or us meaning black people, whatever you want to take it for us to be on our own 2 feet, we do need help. Because we have been here. We have been a good friend. If you want to make it a relationship type thing, we have been there, and now we deserve our payback. It's like you got a friend that you don't never look out for. You dressed up in jewels. Now America's got jewels, and they paid and everything, and they lending money to everybody except us. And it's like, everybody need a little help on their way to being, self-reliant. You know what I'm saying? That's the whole thing about the album, about the Special Olympics. Everybody need a little something and they to be independent. No independent person just grew up and was born independent. You worked and you learned teamwork and you learned cooperation and unity and struggle, and then you became independent. And we have to teach that and instill that. And why is it that they want to do that? If this is truly a melting pot in the country where we care about it and Lady Liberty got a hand like this, she really loves us, then we really need to be like that. And it needs to be the black kids. If there's a white person who got money, then he need to help them. He need to help black kids, Mexican kids, Korean kids, whatever. But it need to be real. And it need to be before we all die, and then you say, oh, I made a mistake. We should have gave them some money. We really should have helped these folks. It's going to be too late. You know what I'm saying? And then that's when you got to pay your own karma. And that's when God make you punish. When God punishes you. Because I feel like, it's too much money here. Nobody should be hitting lotto for $36 million and we got people starving in the streets. That is not idealistic. That's just real. That is just stupid. There's no way Michael Jackson should have, or whoever Jackson, should have $1,000,000 billion and then there's people starving. There's no way. There's no way that these people should own planes and their people don't have houses, apartments, shacks, drawers, pants.
You say people would say, well, they earned it. Now you go out and you earned it.
If they earned it, then I think that that's good. I think that they deserve it. But even if you earned it, you still owe. Because look at me, I don't have that mega money, but I feel guilty walking by somebody. I got to give them some mail. And if I know I got $3,000 in my pocket, I feel like it's wrong to give that person a quarter or $1. It's wrong. Only you know what you got in your pocket. And that's wrong. No matter what they do, if they take it and drink it, they take it and drink it. But, you got. You understand? And we all know how hard it is, and it's not about if you good or you bad. So since it's not about if you good or you bad, we know that because he don't got don't mean he was bad. Or don't mean he's a criminal, or don't mean he's crazy, or a drug addict, or none of that. It just means he don't got. And ain't it bad that you got 30? Can you imagine somebody having $32 million $32 million, and this person has nothing, and you can sleep. You can still go to the movies about. I mean, and then these are the type of people that get humanitarian awards. Millionaires. How can they be humanitarians by the fact that they millionaires and there's so many poor people shows how unhumane they are. You know what I'm saying? And that bugs me. Not saying that when I'm never gonna be rich and you know what I'm saying, but I'm saying it's a struggle and I think everybody deserves. And I think there's a way to pay these people. I think there is a way. It just takes to be revolutionary and it takes to do something out of the ordinary. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think that if we just said, okay, I got an idea. No more porno buildings, you know what I'm saying? Let's build houses. Or no more polo games. Let's build houses for poor people. You know what I'm saying? Or look, okay, I know you're rich. I know you got $40 billion, but can you just keep it to one house? You only need one house. And if you only got 2 kids, can you just keep it to 2 rooms? I mean, why have 52 rooms and you know there's somebody with no room? It just don't make sense to me. It don't. And then these people celebrate Christmas. They got big trees, huge trees, all the little trimmings. Everybody got gifts.